der Toten klagen. Tief im Nacken das Grauen sitzt. Wenn die Uhr beginnt zu schlagen, kalte, dichte Nebelschwaden berühren dich sacht. Mitternacht. Vibriert das Blut dir in den Adern, schnürt die Angst dir zu. Hörst du dein Herz und die Glocken schlagen, ist es Nacht, Mitternacht. Mitternacht. Loca infernae nocte. Animae nebula. Es ist Mitternacht.
And welcome to another episode of the Mini Arcade Show. I'm your host, Mean Spirit Moon, aka John, and I'm with Gonzo here as my co-host, mindless Gonzo. So, welcome Gonzo back again. So, how you doing tonight?
All right, I guess.
I'm gonna quickly ask everyone: can everybody hear Gonzo out there? Everybody hear?
Loud and clear.
Everybody saying yeah. So I guess we got everything's been leveled out and everything's done. So good, good. All right. Well, as I was saying once before, that it seems like so today is none other than St. Patrick's Day, and you know what that means. Bring up
Yeah, time for the kiss to blow on the stone.
yes.
Yeah.
But
Get yourself a 4-leaf clover and all that.
Oh yes, the Irish, the Irish. Just please break out a pint of Guinness and give it to the old laddies out there and drink around for us. If you're
Yeah,
not, and also if you're not wearing green today, I should. If the person's right next, if you're wearing green, and the person right next to you is not wearing green right this moment right now, I command it. You pinch that person. And pinch them hard.
Oh, also, if he's not Irish.
Yes, exactly. Just there's there's an old wives' tale about fairies and mystical creatures that well, the only people who actually can see these fairies or creatures is the Irish, drunk people, and children. Kind of show you where they all kind of level out to be. But yeah, that's what I was always taught when I was a kid. When I was a kid, so. Um, but anyways, that's not the point of the matter. Right now, we're going to do some. This is our first time actually. We're going to do some reviews on, and actually give our own opinions about certain genres that we actually particularly like ourselves. Me, I'm a movie classic person. I love the old movies. I mean, from John Wayne to Vincent Price. Oh God, I love Vincent Price. Um, and you know, if you, I'm just basically one of those kind of people who loves watching American classic movies. But anyways, the point of the matter is, what about you, Gonzo? What is your type of genres?
Uh, sorry. I was trying to take care of something that you were saying.
What's your favorite genre in movies?
Oh, I like comedy, some action, adventure. Also, also into anime too. I
Mm.
mean, there's some anime movies out there.
Who does not like anime? I mean, we're bronies, so we must love anime.
Yeah, anime was pretty much the staple of my life before ponies came in. So
Yeah, that's. But you know, if you're wondering what's going on today in our show, like I said, we're doing some reviews on some old, like for me, our movies, our particular pick to a couple of interviews of some new people that we kind of know personally, but they really need to get out there. Really needs to get their faces out there. Some you might know, some you might not know. But you know, but we came to know them, we come to love them, and we almost consider it to be a family, almost more like a dysfunctional family. But we won't get into that. But that's all part about being a family is being dysfunctional and being yourself for the most part. But but before we do, I would like to do is some rants. I'm in a mood for a rant because it's. I mean, you know how some Irish are, so they actually get angry and they rant about a lot of things before they get into a fist fight at a pub.
some just go straight to the fist fight, just like regular Americans when they're on a drunk on a Friday night.
Oh yeah, they do. I've been to a couple Irish pubs that over in San Francisco before, and as I live in the Bay Area, and I tell you this much, it's a pretty wild party. Either they're but the best ones are usually the happy drunks because you can just keep on laughing and laugh about nothing. You can keep on laughing about it, and not give a flying fuck about it at all.
I live in Greene County. I'm surrounded by drunks. Whenever they get a free chance, they be opening up a beer and invite some friends over, and they'll just be drinking away while they're bitch about their lives. I mean, my dad's an alcoholic. He's an occurring alcoholic that, well, he drinks beer on occasions, but otherwise he's gonna have to switch to Mountain Dew so that way he doesn't lose his job right now.
A little personal issues there, but all good. All still the same as long as he's not hurt anybody. That's
Well,
pretty
right
much.
now he hasn't, and so far I only heard of some occasions the bar fights that occur around these parts. One would result in cops coming in. So yeah, I do know about how people would be mad about something and they'll just go straight to it. But for now, we don't have to be drunk. We could just rant on sober.
Oh yeah, of
That
course.
seems right.
Yeah, but see, basically about the Irish, I mean, basically go into we got St. Patrick's Day about a man who basically drove the snakes and the heathens out of Ireland. Now, I don't know if some of you are religious people out there or whatnot, but you know, St. Patrick basically what he did was he drove the liars and the people who basically were ungodly like out of Ireland. But but the thing is, why do we drink to him? That's where did the drinking come from? They
It's
get
the
to,
same thing.
Huh?
Well, yeah, it's the same thing as like asking about how in the world did the death of Jesus Christ on Easter have to deal with bunnies and chocolate and odd color eggs.
It's just does, I guess. But also,
Yeah,
I think it's
yes.
another way for the corporations out there to actually get some more money out of people. Give us more money. Give your money because we'll say let's say it's part of Jesus. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so, I guess this is the year that beer companies and Guinness would really get their profits up. But anyways,
Well, then also again, if you want to talk about beers and their profit, there's what's a Super Bowl.
a major.
Now, I guarantee you, if you get some of the two badasses team out there, I'm not gonna mention any names, Raiders. I guarantee you they will make a lot of money from them.
Yeah.
Well, then you get well, to be honest, you get the Oakland Raiders and then probably the New York Jets together, and I guarantee it's beer profit would be skyrocketing. Not trying to say any of them are actually saying that they're big drunks or whatnot. It's just saying, I go by reputations at this point. But it always reminds me of that one joke. But I won't go into that because I don't want to get any hate mail or anything like that from anyone. But
probably will. You probably will, because I can use some. I'm kidding. I'm not. I don't need email. I don't need floods of emails and several different accounts because something I said. I'm hoping not.
Oh, look at this! I'm actually looking at the chat room right now. Some are talking about like some alcoholic drinks, like holy wine. It's not called holy wine because I'm a Reformed Catholic. I'm just a Christian myself. If you really want to get into the religious politics of that, it's not called holy wine. It's called sacramental wine. It's a difference, my friend. It's a high difference. I see some of my friends in the chat room. I want to say hi to them. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? I hope you're enjoying the show right now. If you're joining us right now, we're glad that you're here. But that's not the point. The point of the matter is, right now we are going to be doing some rants. So let's go into some rants right now about that. Maybe they probably piss off our lives these days because, it's St. Patrick's Day and let's talk. I'm partially Irish. I feel like an Irish, pissed off person. So let's, I'll let you go, Gonzo. You're the one who's really great with rants.
Oh, God. You're laying it on me, aren't you? Probably because on the past few occasions you see me in a rage-quitting fit.
Do I need to pull out the Chevy Chase scene again?
You don't need to. You don't need to, because one of the things that I like to just really, really put out there is Skype. The issues with Skype. Even though we're using Skype right now for this here little show, I'm still a little bit upset at it because even though you can call people without having to conversate and all that, Skype can give us problems. The major problems. And I'm talking about, this happened 3 times now. Some odd reason, Skype would completely fuck up and erase every one of your contacts on your contacts list. This happened to 3 of mine. The most recent one was General, remember?
Yeah.
Somehow something glitched up. We were in the middle of a call. He dropped the Skype dropped the call, erased us out of his contacts list, and just didn't warn him about it. It took a while for us to figure out what the hell's going on. And it took a while for him to figure out what the hell.
Poor General. And we all thought he rage quitted for a moment there, and we were like, did we do something wrong? All of a sudden we hear him yelling, and all of a sudden click. I was like, what? Did he just fucking rage quit?
We wasn't doing anything, honest.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird. And I was a little worried about it. I was like, what the hell's going on? So, but for the most part, empathy is, we're supposed to be living in the world of technology. And what happened is that, and right now, a lot of technology, as we thought was supposed to be so great and so perfect, is now just fucking up. Not just Skype, for that matter of fact. The Androids, the iPhones, they all have their issues. Some people want to put all the doodads and whistles with it, and they act like a bunch of idiots because of it. I don't mind the GPS. I don't mind the extra little ringtone so you kind of know who's calling you. Because I guarantee you, I bet you blind people nowadays actually find that the new ringtones these days are a lot more easier to use because they can set the certain ringtones so they know who actually is calling them without even looking at the phone. No puns intended because, you can't see. But I kind of enjoyed it because it makes it a lot more easier. Also, keep your pockets like, hey, I like this song. I'm going to jig to this. Not answer the phone.
Yeah, well, right now I don't have any cell phones because I went through several of them. But on Skype here, it's pretty much easier to get your own ringtone. Hell, I got the EAS warning tones as ringtone for right now until I'm getting bored with it.
Yeah. It's actually it's a great piece of technology, cell phone, because the thing is, I always prefer the hardwire. I still have a hardwire rotary phone, and it can be wired for old style phone or new style phone, and I like it. It works really good. I prefer to keep it like that way because I don't have to worry. even like they said, one thing you'll always, I'll teach you this much: when the power goes out in your house, don't worry, you still have a power source. It's through your phone line. It has its own source of power. If you go to kipk.com on YouTube, you can actually find out how to tap into that power source and basically use that little bit of energy. So that's something I'm going to give tips to everyone. If in the case of power outage and your phone line is still working, you can switch to that power if it needs to be. I don't know if you knew that, Gonzo. Did you?
Well, right now I only have I don't have an old-fashioned phone. I have one of those cordless phones that.
So I've heard from many times. It sounds like one of those phones from the 90s.
Not really. It's just one of those cordless phones that has a base on it. Has a rechargeable battery, and I bought it at Dollar General for like $15. And I mean, it's basic standard.
So, well, it's a standard cordless phone.
Yeah. No.
Hey, John, Gonzo, do you remember those old phones in the 90s that had the extendable antenna? God, I remember those. Those things had those
I've seen them on some occasions. Yes.
Kaleidoscope antennas, and it basically would stretch out to your arm's length. It looked like a fence with this damn thing. Like, ha! You may have broken my sword.
I shall do you now, stranger.
You try
cordless phones at dinner.
That's where you need the guy from Princess Bride says, "Hello, you. My name is Amunio Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." But for the most part, it's actually pretty fun. But anyways, actually speaking of General, actually he's in there right now. He's actually in the chat room. Gen Tech Custom. So if you wonder about the Skype deal, about his problems, ask him about it. He's still trying to get all of his contacts back.
Yeah.
This is why you don't download complete strangers' video files. Oh wait, I've been doing that. Damn it! But the thing is, you know about Skype. You know what the ironic thing about this whole entire thing is? We're on Skype right now. We're talking crap about them. I'm surprised we're not disconnected yet.
Yeah, we have our right to pretty much say anything about it, and they're not supposed to do anything because we're voicing a matter of opinions. They should be listening in on this and try to improve their product.
Yeah, just like Bender would probably say, you know how they can improve it? They can bite my shiny metal round ass. But that's pretty much what they'll say. But then
yours ain't shiny.
Wait, you've been stalking me again?
No, it's a Futurama reference. Come on.
Sure.
It goes bite my shiny metal.
What's the camera doing here? Gonzo.
That ain't mine. Honest to God.
Bullshit.
I live out of here. I live all the way out of here in the Boonies in Indiana. You live all the way in the Bay Area in not San Francisco, but in California. How the hell am I supposed to get back there? Get to there and here without taking so damn long?
Jet. I don't know. It's a transportation. Wristwatch transportation. There we go. Teleportation. Woo! Right back. Man, the technology we're coming out these days. I'm surprised half of you's not even disappeared yet. But the most part is, let's get back into the rants. We got on the Skype. What other thing we could possibly rant about?
Oh, fuck. Ugh.
How about we talk about morals? Let's talk about like good old morals. I'm saying I hate to go into this, but I mean, for all the bronies who are out there who are listening to this, we all know we watch My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. We all watch the new episodes and whatnot. But we're also supposed to teach them about friendship. One thing I want to say is, out of the people who I've known and come and passed by through, it always seems like, there's always that one that's always hypocritical about that one thing that they always talk about. But yet they're hypocritical. Like, they do as they say, not as I do. But they don't act like the same way most of the time. And it really irks the crap out of me when people say and do two different things. Now, I can probably give you a prime example. My friend Daniel, he was always hypocritical about people who had messes all the time. But when we go to his place was a complete mess. Now, he was basically, and a lot of stuff was just basically garbage and your beer bottles, and he was just holding on to it and not doing anything with it. And the pile kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then to the point where he didn't want nobody come to his house anymore because it was basically he was embarrassed. So what I say this much is, don't be if you're going to lecture people about other people's stuff, don't be hypocritical yourself. You gotta be in a position to tell people that not to do certain deals. It's like, drugs is a prime example. That's always a big issue with a lot of people. If you're going to tell people not to do drugs, don't do drugs yourself, because it's ironic. It's like, wait one moment, mommy, I'm going to take my antidepressants. I can talk about your drug problem. I mean, can anybody see the irony in that?
Yeah.
Don't be hypocritical. That's something that really irks the crap out of me.
Mm.
So, and one person I actually really admire who does the greatest rants compared to us is Foamy. The guy, Jonathan Mathers, does a great deals on different type of rants and different deals of life that people should learn. And I always suggest that people watch his channel, because there's always something to learn that's fact, and he gives the facts. And it's maybe stone cold. You may not like it, some of his stuff he says, but he's on the button with a lot of things. So I guess that's all I can pretty much rant about on that one. Yeah.
Speaking about, morals and about the My Little Pony fandom, you have seen, and I bet a lot of you have, I bet you all have seen the artwork that many of these fan artists have produced. Some of them are almost close to the show. Some of them a bit Rule 34. Some of them Rule 63, which are pretty much, in a nutshell, Rule 34 is they're basically pornographic images, and Rule 63 is basically turning stallions into mares, for example. And there's also a lot, and I mean a lot, of pornographic images. You've seen them, Twilight or Fluttershy or Rainbow Dash having knockers huge, bigger than your average melon. And people some of them will be Googling their eyes out, or just plainly drooling, or some of them will even be masturbating to it. However, I'm sorry. The main reason why I'm saying this is because there are also other people who basically say, what a load of shit. This is disgusting. You're doing sexual things to ponies?
Is that considered to be bestiality?
In a sense, though, yes. However, you got to keep in mind, the ponies in My Little Pony are fictional. Okay? They're fake. And if I offend anybody, please think about it. They're fictional characters. It's not considered bestiality if you have to, or any kind of alley, if whatever you're having sex with, it's basically drawn out on a piece of paper. And not only that, why are you actually criticizing about hard work that people put into when making like the anthro or the sexy versions of their own ponies? Sure, they might cross the boundaries. Like in some instances, there are a set of images that are out there of basically Luna being banged to death while being decapitated.
Yeah, the Lunatine. Yeah, I saw that. I heard about that.
Yes. While it may be crossing some lines, people have actually put time, effort, and all of their skills into what they create. Some of them are actually the best artwork that I've seen. Hell, anybody who can draw better than me is considered the best artist that I've seen. Alliston, who is basically known for Male Mare Derpy on Tumblr. He draws the best anthro. Some people might think it's disgusting because in his artwork, for My Little Pony, they might have human bodies, but their snouts are too realistic. I don't mind that. That's just pretty much what a pony looks like in real life. He's semi-realistic.
Yeah.
And there has been some occasions that the ponies were pretty much having explicit sex. Some splooging, some dripping vaginal fluid.
But here's the real deal. That I know it's fact and it's very true. Sex does sell. And the thing is that the thing is when I see people actually drawing it and not making money off of it, that's where I stop them right there. It's like, if you know people love this much, just sell it. Don't post it out there so people can steal it. It's like, hey, I'm gonna make a post of this later on. What they need to do Huh?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, you can. Not only that, you don't condemn people because their artwork shows boobs or vaginas or dicks in such a realistic way.
Don't forget Fuda.
Well, yeah, too. Yeah, Fuda. Yeah, Fuda shy. Yeah, thank you for bringing that little reminder.
Just for you, Gonzo.
If you drew it that realistically, if somebody drew it that realistically, you don't condone them. That's pretty much showing you that that some people are a sore loser who can't do shit, and so I got my fair share of those people. Don't condone. Some people don't condone them. Some people actually promote this stuff. Slugbox, Specky C. Some people, even Little Miss J, who pretty much drew butts. They're making money off this.
They're a prime example of what you should be doing if you're drawing art like that. Is making money, making commission off of it. People are paying for it.
Or if you know the artist who's seen, if you actually seen the artist's work, don't condone them because they're just making their business. They like the stuff too, and they're making money off of it too.
And if you remember, if you actually if you were here a couple weeks ago when we had LMR on the show. You remember he does it because he has a passion for butts, and you can't condemn for a person who likes a certain part of the human body. I remember seeing through one of his streams while he was drawing, basically horse penises, his own version of horse penises. Now the thing is that if you want to condemn him for just basically drawing like stuff and like trying to call him gay, you're wrong. He's not gay because you think about it. So I'll go back to one of the oldest artists that basically drew and made art about the human body was Leonardo da Vinci. He drew the human body. He drew penises. He drew butts. He drew breasts. He did all of that. So I mean, you're condemning an artist for drawing art, but he's making money off it. So did Leonardo da Vinci. Same exact deal. I hate to compare with a great person with a person of the modern day, but the thing is, it's pretty much close enough to it.
When you give it an opportunity, the human body can be a very beautiful thing. If you're saying that if you're looking at something that you would condemn as ugly, you might as well just be called a weirdo because you're basically denying yourself. You're basically denying what makes you you, or human for that matter.
We all have the dark desires for human lust and whatnot. I mean, we all have to have sex to produce children and basically survive from that. But the thing is that why condemn artists? But the thing is, there are certain fine lines to those type of deals. There is a fine line because when you get to a certain point, especially when it comes to where am I going with this now? I think I'm going on a rant here on storylines and artwork kind of like ruin each other to a certain point. There are limits. That's what I'm trying to say. There are limits to certain designs of the parameters of pornography of certain deals. And I think Gonzo, I think you might have this one because I may go on something that may be completely different.
What do you mean? Basically just something that's too grotesque or.
Well, something that's offensive to a lot of people. And if you don't want people to, if you think it's going to be offensive to people, don't put it out there.
Well, the major ones that I do kind of condone is kind of necrophilia, basically having sex with dead bodies.
Well, the question is, would you consider having sex with a vampire necrophilia?
They're undead. It's hard to tell that way.
I know that
I'm talking about really, really dead, literally dead, and I mean just a rotten, decaying corpse.
Yeah, but that's the same about zombies. But I always know that it doesn't consider necrophilia if they're still moving. That's what I've heard.
Well, that's a stumping question that I'm probably gonna have to wait for another time.
But it is an interesting question. But the thing is, getting back to what we're talking about there's certain limits to certain art. Now, I'm not going to mention certain names or something like that. There have been some artists out there I found to a certain point offensive because it's got me upset because it hit a certain moral points of my core. And I got really upset about it. I didn't mention anything about it because I know they're trying to be an artist, but it gave me that sickness to my stomach, kind of irking type of feeling. even though I was trying to keep my mouth shut at certain deals, but I do a good job of it because I don't want to offend anybody because of their art, because it's their art. But it would be nice to actually, for these artists who publicize their artwork, to help not make it too offensive to the point where it's going to offend people. If you don't want hate mail, you don't do certain things. That's going to offend others. But that's what I'm trying to say is, you can still have fun with your art, but don't overdo it. Don't try to let your passionate pride to get in the way because of all of this and all of that. But also take other people's feelings in mind. I mean, Leonardo da Vinci just knew about that, but he was called crazy at times for his inventions. But they were still ideas. But he didn't really publicize them all. He kind of kept them to himself. So there you go again with Leonardo da Vinci, another Italian. But I'm ranting on right now. I don't want to take too much time of the show, so let's get on with it. Gonzo, you have any last minute rants before we move on?
I'm trying to think right off the top of my head. Oh God, I'm trying to. Give me a minute. Damn. I don't want to get into too much controversy like politics or religion, that sort of shit. I'm trying to.
Freedom of religion, freedom of speech.
I'm going to try to keep things at a more relative kind of deal.
How about we get on to the words of friendship? Something that irks you that basically a lot of your friends probably have, or some past friends has done, or some of the stuff maybe recently has done.
I probably would be going on about that. Here, let me give you some good examples of friends and some bad examples of friends. A good friend would be one who would just stick with you any way possible. A bad kind of would be like sticking with you just for arm candy or whatever, and just ditch you and left you out on the curb.
The flakes. That's what we're on right now.
Yeah.
I used to know people like that. Basically, they tell you one thing, and then all of a sudden you're waiting for them, and nothing.
Yeah, the good friend keeps their promises. The bad ones they don't deliver them. They pretty much abandon you and all.
Yeah,
that.
and not tell you a word about it. It says like, "I'm sorry, I can't make it," ahead of time, at least a couple of hours, or at least a day ahead. At least let you know, so then you won't be just sitting there waiting for them. I completely understand how that goes. That really irks the crap out of me. And the thing is, the worst thing about it is, the worst flake of them all was, she was always late and always either there or not at all. I hate to say it, was my own mother. Every time I called to pick me up from school, she was never on time. She was a couple hours late. Sitting there, just waiting, thinking that something may happen to her, crying my eyes out, wondering, like, where the hell is she? Is she alive or she's even dead? You don't do that to friends or family members for that matter. Because, they'll remember it later on, and then when you really need help one day, they will probably say, "Why should I help you? You were never there for me."
Yeah, such friendship problems like that. It's even escalating into relationships, because I've had some bad relationships in my time, and it's pretty much leading me to the point to where I'm starting to doubt if I'm willing enough to go back into the dating scene, because this happened frequently from middle school up to high school. Some people were trying to date me when I didn't want to. Others, they just think that I'm their boyfriend without even telling me. And others, they just stood up and just make ridicule of somebody because of how different they are. I keep going through that at least 7 or 8 times in my high school years.
You've been getting stressed out lately, haven't you, Gonzo?
Yeah, blame that on GTA.
GTA. Always the thing. You need to stop playing that game. I think it's causing violent thoughts. I hope you just don't go postal one day.
Dude, GTA is where I can go postal and the cops don't arrest me.
Oh, Gonzo. Anyways, I can't stop laughing right now. But let's take a quick moment, and we'll actually get on to the next part of our show. So I am going to before I move on to that, I want to bring up one little key issue I want to bring up before we actually move on. If you guys remember, about let's say, our last show, we actually brought in some people from Inverted Shadows team, and I made a promise to someone named I guess Mr. Star, and he wanted to be back on the show, and I'm gonna give him a chance at that. So when we come back, we're going to bring him on here and actually ask him what was going on with that, because I don't remember what it was. I try to remember what it was. I want to remember what it was, but I just can't really remember. So
He probably remembers, and he'll help you remember. We'll ask him during commercial break. That way we can get him in,
yeah.
and we'd be ready.
All right, we'll be back in a short bit. And we are back. If you're joining us right now, we were just got done ranting about St. Patrick's Day and talking about drunk and friendship and all that good stuff. But while we're waiting for this other person to respond to, because I'm trying to get in touch with Mr. Star, and says he's online, but don't know what's going on with that. But anyways, I want to touch on this a little bit something, because I almost forgot to talk about. We're going to start doing little reviews on movies, just our favorite deal. And you know what? I'm going to start with you, Gonzo. What was your favorite movie, and why did it really stick with you?
Give me a minute.
Okay.
One of my first movies ever that I have seen as a kid was the 1990s Twister. It features Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt as tornado research scientists. I'll give you a little bit of the storyline too. Right, Bill plays the guy who ended up divorcing his wife, played by Helen Hunt. Bill ended up divorcing Helen's character named Joe, who was wanting to get her to sign the divorce papers when he has to be dragged into Joe's chases.
More like hobbies.
What?
It was more like a hobby, wasn't it?
Well, the storyline is that they wanted to chase these twisters and set little orbs and little sensors inside a tornado so that they can radio in a bunch of vital information that can help enhance early warning systems. The problem is that, as many people will know, twisters are pretty much unpredictable. So getting them in a path and then getting the fuck out of there is pretty much not an easy task. They have been through several unfortunate excuse me.
Clear your throat out, man. Clear your throat out.
Sorry. Anyways, they went through a bunch of trial and error, and mostly a lot of error, because not only was there the matter of the twisters, there's also their personal matter over their divorce and whatnot, because the characters Bill and Joe were pretty much unstable, and they kept being unstable. I mean, right up until the point of the end of the film, where they finally at least launched their probes into a supercell F5 tornado, and losing their truck in the process, and having to strap onto an underground pipe so they can survive this shit.
Tornadoes are not, and a warning to all you people, don't try it at home. Don't even try to go and try to chase tornadoes, because it's very, very dangerous, and you will more likely die. If you survive from it, I tip my hat off to you, but don't do it again. Ever.
Yeah. There has been many
the worst thing to do is
of,
to lose one of my fans here. Make me very, very sad. Pony.
Yeah. I'm tempted to try to go on one of these Storm Chaser tours. However, though, when you see all the shit outside of the film, the videos,
YouTube,
and all the news. I mean, recently, Southern Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee were ravaged by these monstrous tornadoes, and they were pretty much in a disastrous state.
Hell, we go through Hurricane Fluttershy at least once a week.
Yeah. Yeah, next week. Don't remind me.
Oh, don't worry, I will. We'll play the warning deal for you. But that's not the point of the matter.
Yeah.
If you're wondering, we're going to tell you a little bit what it is for the for that matter of the Hurricane Fluttershy. Usually it's basically the new episode. So basically when it comes, it's basically it's like a hurricane. Everybody's waiting for it to happen, just like a hurricane. So that's where Hurricane Fluttershy came to be. So
yeah. However, though, back to the matter at hand, hurricanes may be a little bit predictable, but such a thing as tornadoes that you might have seen on the film and also in real life, which occurs at least May to about September, but they happen mostly any time. They're pretty much unpredictable. They're pretty much unpredictable. Their paths are unpredictable. Their wind speeds are unpredictable, and the damage that they might inflict could be pretty much either minimal or catastrophic, to where trailers parks will be flattened, and houses and cars will be made unrecognizable.
Indeed, and this is a scary situation. It's like makes you like don't mess with Mother Nature.
And it's basically worse if they don't have the right warning system, which is well, even though this movie was reflective of what people were actually trying to do to enhance it might. Well, sorry, lost my train of thought. Okay,
slap yourself together.
Damn it. Okay. Basically, the movie was trying to emulate some of the daily stuff that scientists were doing, trying to figure out what makes these tornadoes tick. However, the methods in the movie, as usual, they're not safe.
And also remember, it's exaggerated at a lot of times. But the thing is, they don't do it like they do in the movies. Just remember, a lot of movies do not dictate exactly what they actually do. They're professionals, and they do it, and they know what they're doing, and they know what the risks are. They train for it constantly. They make sure that everything's safe. That's why they're professionals. Like, do not try this at home. We are professionals. They have a license to do that. That means
they also got degrees too.
And don't forget
the
one major thing. They have excellent life insurance.
Some of them actually have vehicles that they constantly test to prove themselves that their vehicles can withstand the tornadic conditions. I mean, a big giant Dodge Ram is not going to be as invincible as a tank.
That's why you stick with Chevy. It's built for tough.
That's not that's something entirely different altogether.
That's a commercial right there, my friend. That's advertisement.
The Dodge Ram in the movie.
Where's my money?
Yeah, the Dodge Ram is not going to stand up against a tornado. Something like Reed Timmer of TornadoVideos.net, his machine, they try to modify it to where it might withstand it. They even have it tested and everything, and they also have the capabilities to try to go in at least somewhere close to where the highest wind speeds are, and they wanted to make sure that they're safe and sound. That's the reason why they won't be driving in a big giant red truck.
It'd probably be more like an ATV,
a stock,
an armor and transport vehicle, if anything else, because those things can withstand pretty much a rocket launcher. They'll hold together. If that thing can withstand a rocket launcher, then it's pretty much survive anything. But it has to be heavy enough too, so it can't be lifted off the ground. Basically, it has to be the heaviest load in the world. But no.
Yes, or at least I forgot his name, but there's this IMAX filmmaker who designed it, a TIF, or a tornado intercept vehicle, which is pretty much a big giant 4-truck chassis and a lot of armor plating, shielded doors, and a set of spikes that dig down into the ground to make sure that it houses everything. That stays put.
Yeah. But that's Twister for you. That's the movie that Gonzo really likes.
It doesn't really follow the step of even tornado chases or research back in the 90s. But it's still very entertainable to the point to where it's even though it may be exaggerated at times, it's a bit more realistic. The tornadoes that were pretty much
cow. Another cow. I think it's the same one.
It's exaggerated at times, but
that was a line from it.
For the 1990s, the movie, the effects of the movie, it's pretty much well done.
The CGI is well done.
Yes, I mean to a point. I mean, I compared the twisters of that movie, and I compared it against the twisters from the Los Angeles destruction scene from Day After Tomorrow. They were great, but they were close. It's strangely enough close to great, seeing as Twister was in the '90s, and the Day After Tomorrow was mid 2000s.
Well, if you actually, Jen actually brought up a good point. If you really think, if you want to compare Twisters to back then to now, what about the greatest Twister of them all, of the old days, of classic movies? You know, Wizard of Oz. From that to there, it's a major difference of technology with CGI graphics and whatnot. It's a large leap.
At least, yeah. I mean, from something like a film of tornadoes to a big giant propeller that stirs up dirt like a tornado to, yes, as you said, CGI effects.
But
only if you've done it right.
Exactly. But that's what makes it so much fun. But we need to get the show moving along. But that's Twister. No, that's okay. It's actually really good. It gives a good point about how far we come from old movies, and I love old movies, which is actually brings up a point to the old classic movies, which is actually, I was going to say, one of my favorite movies. It's a western, and some people, I hope you guys know it, because I think if you haven't seen this one, you should. This is great original storyline and whatnot, none other than with John Wayne, Robert Mitchum, and James Caan. None other than El Dorado. In the movie El Dorado, John Wayne plays a character, basically a gunslinger for hire, who basically, he's getting close to the time that he may think about retiring and basically living on his own, doing what he wants, settle down with a girl. And basically, he got to think he'll get this one last job, thought it'd be a good, clean job to just chase away wildlife, but no, he'll be another killer again because of his gun hand. He was supposed to be the best. But he basically got stuck in the middle of a land war, or in this case, was water rights. But anyways, John Wayne has a good friend, Robert Mitchum, who's the sheriff of the town. So he never wants to get between his best friend. But he decided he should leave town because he figured that would be a bad feud, that he sticks around. In the process, gets shot in the back, but he survives. But he always had a bad niche in his back. But anyhow, getting to the point of the matter, with James Caan. If you guys remember James Caan, he plays Sonny in the video game and in the movie The Godfather. He plays Sonny. If you guys remember him, he's the really curly hair guy. He played with John Wayne. He played a guy who was basically wanting revenge for his best friend being killed, who wore a very oddly hat and was really good with a knife. No good with a gun. And John Wayne thought it was hopeless. So, one of my favorite parts in the whole entire movie was when he got his gun. When James Caan wasn't a gun, it was a shotgun, a double-barrel shotgun. And it was basically, you could hold it with one hand or with two hands, but it used buckshot. And it sounded like thunder. And it was great because, as they kept on saying, the best place to be behind him was, the best place to be is behind the guy, not in front of it. Because he was no good at shooting at all. But it was a great western, great story, great action, great comedy, and that's why I really like the movie of El Dorado. And a lot of John Wayne movies has done, it's always been great. But anyways, what about you? What do you think about some of the old John Wayne movies that you've seen? I mean, you always say, you have opinions, of course.
Problem.
Problem?
I rarely encounter the John Wayne movie.
Oh, dear God! I think I've just been. I think.
Don't have a heart attack. Don't have a heart attack. I have seen some westerns, but I probably might have. I don't remember if I have seen any with John Wayne in them.
Well, next time I'll probably bring up more like True Grit, where everybody's seen the newer version of it and they compare to the old version. I lost hope in the world now. Oh my God, I'm such a freak.
I'm just a human being.
I'm just an old man.
Come on, at least a few years older than me. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm
20
still
years
old. I know a lot of
Otherwise,
these.
I'm going to be going into a midlife crisis by now.
I think I'm already hitting that already. Jesus H Christ. But anyways, but if you want to see some good movies, some good shooting and whatnot, like you're always seeing like all your movies you saw, this one's a really good movie to see because it has some stunts, it has some stuff that it's basically all original. The story's great, the comedy's great, and the slapstick's great. I guarantee it. But it's quick-witted and it's a western. It's a good western. Anything that John Wayne has ever done has always been great, except for one movie, and that's because he was playing a British detective, and that was a really horrible movie. But all the other movies he has done, it's always been great. So if you're actually into the classic movie, I suggest El Dorado as your choice of movie. But now I got into my little thing about the westerns and the whatnot and the classics, and we got it with Twister. I think it's time to move on to our next deal because I'm still not seeing Mr. Starr actually showing up right now. So I don't know what happened to him. I already messaged him myself, and I don't know what's going on with that. So we're gonna have to put him on the back burner for now. But I do want to actually start bringing up some stuff right now. If I think we may want to take maybe a caller, maybe just to kind of like lighten up the load a little bit. Um, if you guys are new to the show or you know the show, you know what I'm going to say right now. If you want to talk to us and ask us questions or get to know one of us or ask some questions about what we're talking on the show here or maybe one of our past shows, just leave your Skype name on the chat room and we'll get to you as soon as we can. My tech support would actually pretty much get to you and find out what your question is, and we'll transfer the call onto us and we'll get to you as soon as we can. Now, I may want to bring up another thing. I'd say it'd be really great because both of us we could both have in common, which I think would be excellent and great to bring up, is the about something new that's coming up, the new Batman movie. Now, what's your opinions about the new Batman movie?
I'm hoping that is as good, if not a little bit better. At least aim for as good as The Dark Knight. I mean, we managed to see one great performance that for some odd, I mean, not for an odd reason. I mean, it's stunning that someone ended up giving their life for something for their performances in this movie.
It's never a really good thing to give up your life for a career, nor even ignoring it, or just at least denying of the people of basically thinking of yourself instead of putting others in front of it. This is kind of a sad deal. I always hated because I work with Hollywood constantly, off and on and off and on. And actually, I worked with actors like Tom Hanks. I've worked once before, and basically I've worked with. Really worked close with Michael Madsen. That was a real true honor because he's such a great man. But the whole entire deal of basically I've talked to them and find out these things that the key issue with a lot of deals is there are people who go Hollywood and they go Hollywood. And there's between two is people go Hollywood. That means they make their fame, they make their money, and just basically it's a job, and they just go back to their normal life. Now people who go Hollywood, where they basically are doing the drugs, they're killing themselves over and over, which is no fun at all for anyone because the main deal is that you're not supposed to be throwing your life away just because that a bunch of people are accusing you of a lot of stuff. Basically, you just do is ignore it and move on with your life. If it has a hole to you, then then what you do is you defend it by saying, "Hey, that's none of your business," yada yada yada, and from there, I mean, I could go on and on because I've seen a lot of friends who've gone to Hollywood and never come back. It's really sad, but I will say that, like Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger was pretty much one of the great live-action Jokers that was ever produced from Hollywood. A guy who came from I think from one of the either Europe or England, and I forget where one of those United Kingdom countries, and came to be a great star. I mean, he's done from First Night to a lot of great other movies, and he gets this role of a lifetime. And he take it and he nails it. He made it his own. He made it to what we came to love as why so serious, and that's what we fell in love with him. He became bigger than life after that, and he could have kept on continuing on and ride the money train from there, but unfortunately, he thought otherwise, and it's really sad. So, it's a very great point. But what about you, Gonzo? What do you think about the whole entire deal with Heath Ledger?
It's kind of sad, really, but it's. I don't think anybody ever, ever, past, present, future. I don't think anybody, not even the great Mark Hamill, who was the voice of the Joker in the original Batman cartoon series, and the Arkham Asylum, can ever pull off such a performance as Heath Ledger did.
Right.
And just gave up their lives for it, or something like that.
Wow. But the thing is, the main key is it's just not working all that well. And the thing is that you have all the Jokers that we all came to know. I can't remember the name of the original Joker who played in the live action series. But then you have from Jack Nicholson, then to then the next and last one that actually came up was Heath Ledger. And to my knowledge, what I've heard so far, that they're not going to bring another live action Joker because of how Heath Ledger's performance was, because it's basically darn near impossible to do. But I would still say the great voice of Mark Hamill is considered my favorite, because that laugh is it leaves goosebumps up and down your spine.
That is mystifying.
And how he does it is a miracle. I've actually listened to interviews of how he talks about it. It's really excellent. He just basically says he's pretty much, everybody says he's pretty much the only one that's not sitting down, ringing his telephone. He's looking down, standing up, and shaking his fists. Basically, he's acting it out as he's reading the lines and doing it. And that's what made him so great, because he acted it out. It's like, what would have happened if he actually was the Joker, actually tried it out? But the thing is, he refused it many times over, and he still refuses to this day. But he keeps on saying that this is going to be my last Joker. This is going to be my last Joker. This is going to be my last Joker.
Yeah, people were begging him, but because of how his vocal performance is.
Yes,
I doubt.
And the best thing about it is, he keeps on coming back for more. He does a great job, and I think he's going to continue on doing this until he does one bad performance. I think that'll be it for that. But every time it's been a great performance. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and who knows what the next Arkham one will be. The next one's a Joker. Who knows? But he always seems to get better and better and better at it. I don't think he lost his streak yet. I think he's still gonna go with it. So,
yeah, but he'll continue on with his Joker performance.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to be pulling off the live performance.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to pull the live performance anytime soon. If anything, probably the next 10 years. Guarantee. Because if you think about it, Batman with Jack Nicholson was 20 years before Heath Ledger had his star performance. A little bit more than that, I think. Because he did that movie in '84, didn't he?
I can't remember for the life of me.
It was an '80s movie. I know that was for sure.
Yeah.
It was during the time I was basically still an infant. But he did a great job doing that. Because we all know, we actually watched him from, if you watch the old movie The Shining, that was a great horror flick. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. But make sure you see it with somebody, because it'll scare the living shit out of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
should have told me. You should have told me that way ahead before I decided to get my grubby little paws on it.
Oh yeah, I still get a kick out of how you did that one video. You actually switched with Jack Nicholson's and Fluttershy with that one. If you haven't seen it, I suggest going to Mindless Gonzo's channel on YouTube and actually check it out.
Search up The Shining on the channel. They'll probably come up with the only video that'll have that.
Was that one of your first videos?
Actually, one on the channel that I'm on right now. One of the first pony related, at least.
Yeah, it was a great one. It was during the Great Galloping Gala when Fluttershy went mad and say you're going to love me.
She just went mad, wanting to make friends with animals.
Animals, complete strangers. Has anybody taught that little girl that you don't talk to strangers? Unless they have candy or sweets or $1 million. No. Um, no, don't even go and try to do that, kids.
And the animals are animals, and Fluttershy is trying to force them to be her friends, and she went utterly crazy. She went into flutter rage. That's one thing.
I think she was being a little too assertive.
Oh, assertive.
I know, I did go there, didn't I?
Yeah.
I can't help it. I was being a little too assertive. You know, actually, I know one person I may want to bring on right now, and I think because I thought his deal actually come up on the thing. I believe it was David. You remember him once before, so I'm going to bring him onto right now as we're waiting. So, get his opinion.
Sylvie's on. Oh.
Hello, David. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yeah, you're on the mini arcade show. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks. It's good to be back.
Yeah, I know you're listening to the show right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have an opinion about a movie?
Yes. Well, I like horror movies. They're very. Some people think nowadays present horror movies aren't any good. That they're all just kill, blood, guts, scares.
Yes,
Or
exactly.
the lack thereof, as my friend would
Exactly.
complain.
I know exactly what you mean. Because if you look at the horror pictures these days, those kids are, as I think Paolo Francisco said it best, those kids are so easy to kill. I mean, hell, you could kill them with a cordless phone. Literally. And that's the funny thing about it, because, they immediately always walk into the danger. Like, anybody in here? Hello? Billy? I'm gonna get naked and take a shower. What's up with that?
All of a sudden, Psycho Scene remake! Stab him with a knife.
Exactly, or machete, or a chainsaw, whatever their preference of choice of being a psychopath. It's usually. Have you ever noticed that the weapons always seem to be covered with blood? The cleanest blood, the cleanest knife is never ever used. They're the first one to hold the clean knife near to their head and wondering, okay, come out. And all they have to do is just push their hand into their face, and that's pretty much it. For the most part, yeah, exactly. Get a face full. Say hello to face. Ow. But they're getting more easier and easier to kill. There's not much running or jumping or escaping. It's just run, and then run.
All.
They're not fighting, and when they do fight, it's a piece of shit fight. You know the great example of a piece of shit fight was Freddy versus Jason. They just had that stuff all just laid around. Like, oh wow, let's wonder if this thing still works. Hit him. It was a good movie for what it was, because no one has put two horror pictures together. Not since ever Frankenstein versus the werewolf or whatnot, but it was considered to be a semi good movie. But you have the more horror movies you put out now these days, the less fighting they have, and the more fighting they do to it, it's always turning out doing more shit and more shit and more shit. Instead of actually fighting it out and finally realize they don't stand a chance, they try something new. That's something great, because they're trying something new. They try a knife, doesn't work. They go to a shovel, basically, or not a shovel, but an axe. Okay, that doesn't work. They take a gun, that doesn't work. They take a shotgun, that doesn't work. They keep on amping it up until they find out, okay, that works. Basically, taking a nuclear device. But that's not the point of the matter. I mean, David, you brought up a good deal about that. About a lot of horror movies are just coming more horrible and more horrible and more horrible each year.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that some people, in my opinion, they're pretty good. I like them.
The newer horror movies?
Yeah, the newer horror movies. The
like
older ones.
which ones?
Remakes. I love remakes of horror movies. They're. I don't know why people don't like the remakes. The remakes are pretty good. Like, for example, the remake of Halloween and Halloween 2.
Okay, yeah, I
Those
would agree about that part. Halloween, the remakes were good because we had a great director, Rob Zombie.
Mhm.
I would agree. That one actually did had a good remake to it. Rob Zombie has always been a big fan of horror. Just like, like me who love Vincent Price of horror. And that's a really great one. But I mean, I can see how that would work out because now if you want to get into bad ones, bad remakes, try Friday the 13th. I was a big fan of it, and when I saw the new one, I was disappointed.
Eh, it was kind of good. It was kind of good. I mean,
It still had the gore graphics and whatnot, but still, it didn't have the storyline it was supposed to be. Because everything had a story to it. They didn't really explain nothing to all the new people out there. So, but yeah, I can see how that could be a great remake. Any other ones?
let's see, one other one. You ever heard of My Bloody Valentine?
I have been yet to see that movie. How about you, Gonzo? Have you seen it?
No.
Wow.
It's actually a pretty good movie. I mean, it's a remake of an old. It was a remake of the first My Bloody Valentine movie a long time ago. I haven't seen the actual original, but it was actually pretty good. It was basically revolving around a small town that's near a mining site, and this miner with another group of other miners got stuck in a cave in, and basically a couple of months later, they were able to get one guy out, and the other guys were dead. They thought they died in the cave in, but on further inspection, it looked like the survivor. I forgot the guy's name, but it looks like the person who survived killed them all to conserve oxygen. So basically, he goes insane. He's insane, and he puts on this mining gear, this gas mask, and basically just goes starts killing random teens at the abandoned mine.
Basically, another Friday the 13th made into instead of Crystal Lake into Cotton Eye Joe's mine.
Yeah, well, if when you watch the movie, when it gets to the end, you will be stunned at the ending because the ending is actually pretty. It's a twist ending. It's it's shocking.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil. I'm not going to spoil. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to tell you the ending.
Good. Don't do that. So, anyways, well, Star just contacted me and let's see. Yeah, I'll bring him in for a little bit. And David, I always appreciate you actually stopping on by and actually be on the show. So, maybe we'll talk to you later. So, but Vancouver was actually bringing a good point about there was a good remake, and I totally forgotten about it. So, and I may have to go check out My Bloody Valentine. I've never seen it. So I probably am going to do that now. So, well, thanks for stopping on by, David. I hope to see you later. We're going to take a quick little short break right now, and hopefully get back to everyone a little bit later. So just stick by, hold on your pants, and we're going to have a great time. And we are back. If you're joining us right now, you pretty much haven't really missed too much because we got a couple interviews to do today. And we're about to get that here to the moment. We're just doing some quick little reviews. Some of we've been kind of been slacking on because the last couple of shows we had some big interviews and it pretty much took about a few hours. I mean, I couldn't believe that. The last one took over about 4 hours, like close to 5, I think. Don't you agree, Gonzo?
Huh?
Are you paying attention?
I was just trying to figure out if you adjusted the volume. Everybody's bitching that they can't hear the music.
Oh yeah, I turned it up, and I got people saying yeah, it sounds better. But anyways, let's get back to what we were going by. Mr. Star is actually online right now, so he actually told me. So, and he said maybe some other stuff. Let's see if he gets going to send it with us. See what he has to share. So I'm gonna call him up real quick.
Come on.
Answer the phone. Ring, 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 ring. Mr. Star, welcome to the Mini Arcade Show. How are you?
Oh, dude, I didn't realize we were live. Yeah, I'm doing awesome, man. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. What, you didn't think I'd forgotten about you? The only thing I forgot was what was the subject we were going to talk about?
Yeah, well, you know me, man. I'm the G, but I was here with Shadow.
Yeah, you're with Shadow, but yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself, about where you come from, and pretty much your whole entire little career of yours, basically from Gmodding.
Well, it's not just Gmodding, and I got other things going on. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen my Tumblr at arcadiawrestling.tumblr.com, but you'll notice I have some pics up there, and basically, as you guys know, like I said last time, I'm a big wrestling fan. And what I did is I have WWE 12 on the Wii, and what I did was, to the best of my ability, I recreated human versions of the main six plus Derpy Hooves. To which the point, basically, they're going to be part of my simulated wrestling league that I do on YouTube called Arcadia Wrestling. Basically, they're going to be forming part of the Doujinshi division, and they're going to be in there. I already have like part of the next episode where they're going to debut up there, so recorded. So I just need to get the rest of the matches I need, record it, and put it up on YouTube, get it commentated and whatnot, and so you guys can see that. And
Oh yeah, we'll do that. Do you have a link to this by any chance?
hold on, let me type this in here.
Yeah, type it in here, and also
Uh,
type it for the people in the chat so they could probably follow along with you, including your Tumblr as well. So maybe when
yeah,
it comes out,
I'm
it'll be.
also I'm
Go.
also a game caster by trade. I was actually have you ever heard of the Main Event Network?
I've heard of them, but I never looked into it.
The Main Event Network is a collective of gamers, pretty much. We span throughout all the consoles. I'm one of the very few Wii gamers they have down there because I love the Nintendo consoles. I've had like ever since the NES up until the Wii. I've had every single one, and I'm looking to get the Wii U when it comes out. It's supposed to drop in June, and I'm one of their bigger Wii casters because I have like a vast selection of games. So I'm always cooperating with them, plus also cooperating with my homie Shadow, doing the Gmod, helping him with reskins, giving him. I'm pretty much his idea guy. You could call me like his writing staff because I like to pitch him. Like I have these great ideas.
More like a
Sometimes, and
ghostwriter, probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like I have these ideas and I have no idea how would I execute them myself, and like when those ideas come, I like, oh crap, how do I do this? How do I do that? And since Shadow has more experience, I pitch it to him, and if he thinks it's a great enough idea, he usually makes those things a reality. One of these ideas was one of his recent videos in his Shadows Quick A's series. Was the first one actually. He, basically, it's from this. If you remember the scene from the also Scrubs, where they're talking like about where those two women are talking about like, about Dr. Cox and whatnot, and basically I saw that scene and I said that would have been funny if we recreated it in Gmon. He instantly jumped at the gun. So basically, he made Dusty O Roses and his girlfriend Julie basically in pony form and talking, doing the whole dialogue from the skit, and I'm supposed to be the Todd, and I come in and I say like, best conversation ever. Basically, the whole whole shtick, and these are the kinds of ideas that I wouldn't know where to begin with, but he knows. Like if I would pitch it to him, he would definitely run with.
Cool. Ow, my brain! Sorry. So too much intake. Ooh, hang on. Let me get my soda real quick. Get that in me. Hold on. Wait. Better. Better out than in, I always say. Anyways, wow. So you actually work with the Gmods that you see all the stuff on YouTube then. So you're actually.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, I just recently got my. Well, you know how Gary, like I told you last time, Gary has been dropping Gmod 13 beta keys like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Last time Gary dropped codes was that weekend when we were on, and I didn't manage to get it. But today, by some miracle of God, I actually managed to score one of the beta keys, and so far the beta's looking good, but it's having problems with ponies. And I'll tell you what, you try to create a pony, you try to bring out one of your ponies out of your inventory into Gary's mod. Error textures as far as I can see. All you see is pink and black checkers.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. Hopefully, but and it's because basically we're not sure what the error is, but it's something about like overlapping. I think that like if you have it in one folder and in another folder, I'm not really clear on it, but we're hoping that like by the next update that Gary will have that fixed and the ponies will look fine. We're really crossing our fingers for that.
As Jabblejack would want to say, ah, sure do look funny.
Jaffleck. I actually made a discovery, and actually, this is one of the main reasons why I was so anxious to tell you guys to get on today. As you guys know, I don't live in the United States right now. I'm currently living in a country outside of the state, in Central America, and and they all speak Spanish here and whatnot. And
Okay.
one of the things is that it's hard to be a brony here because the show wasn't on the air. But I made this discovery, and it was just this morning that actually My Little Pony has already made it to Latin America in Spanish.
Really? So
Yeah.
the bronies are still spreading.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're starting to spread like wildfire. The only problem with this
But
is
how
that
we say Viva the ponies, for in Spanish type of deal.
that's what I was actually wondering because now I'm gonna start watching it just to see that one episode where Flutter Rage happens to see how it sounds in Spanish. Because I can totally imagine like the whole "you're going to love me" thing. I can't really imagine how it's gonna sound in Spanish, but I can actually tell you that from what I've seen from the episodes I've already seen. And here's the deal. It's not on. There is no hub in Spanish. Pretty much, it's like whatever channel in Latin America grabs it, they have it.
Yeah.
And in this case,
It's whatever network.
Yeah, yeah. And unfortunately, to our chagrin, the channel that acquired it in Latin America was Discovery Kids.
But the question is, does it come before or after Dora the Explorer?
Oh, jeez. Actually, Dora the Explorer is actually kind of funny. It's actually on. Nick Jr. is actually on Nickelodeon in Latin America, so we don't have to worry about that. But it actually comes on in the morning. I didn't see what. I don't know what show it comes after. I know it comes on before that Curious George one. I don't know. But pretty much it's Discovery Kids. So basically, that's the only show I'm interested on that channel. Otherwise, I'm watching Disney XD or Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or something. We used to have Animax here, and I used to, which was a Japanese animation only channel, and I loved that thing. But then they replaced it with Sony Spin, and now I'm freaking pissed
Right.
off out of my mind.
So,
So anyway,
but
yeah.
here's a question for you on this.
Yeah.
How would Fluttershy say "You're going to love me" in Spanish? How would that go? I would have to hear that from you.
Well, from
Come on.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something funny. I was watching some of the episodes today, and one is the episodes where they introduce Sakura, and I'm sitting through it, and when they get to the part where Fluttershy has that deep voice, I'm like, what? Because it doesn't even sound like like soul, like black guy soul, like he doesn't sound like or like Fat Albert kind of thing. No, this thing was like it's like that smooth operator low level Spanish voice, like realmente no quiero hablar de eso. It's and like
I would love to
that's the
hear
funny thing.
that.
Maybe.
I can only imagine that when it gets to the episode, The Great Galloping Gala.
Mhm.
I can only imagine it's probably gonna sound like "Tu vas a amarme" or something like that. And I'm like, oh
But
my
But
God.
what would it sound like? What I mean, how do you
I
say
think it would
how do you
just-
say "You're going to love me" in Spanish? How do you say that? I don't know. I don't know my Spanish that well.
If you're gonna say it in Spanish, it says "Tu vas a amarme." So so I assume it would probably sound like that, but I'm not sure who does the voices in Spanish, obviously, because in English you can tell it by looking at the credits. In this case, it gives you the English credits, so you wouldn't know who did it in Spanish. Or usually the only thing you get from this was done in AF the Dubbing House or Just Listen or whatever. Basically, it just it says with a little voiceover like where it was done, but it doesn't say who did the voices, so it's confusing.
Usually in the
But,
Bay Area is closed captioning by.
Yeah, but from the voices I heard, actually, Pink. You know how Pink? Let me see if I can explain this for you. Twilight Sparkle actually does kind of sound like her. The Spanish counterpart does kind of sound like the English counterpart.
Mhm.
Now Pinkie Pie actually sounds a bit more mellow, not really like high pitched squeaky or whatever. Like the squeakiness is tuned down a bit, but it still fits. If you can still fathom that somehow.
Woo!
Fluttershy, yeah, Fluttershy, not as quiet as she is. Actually, her voice sounds a wee bit louder, just enough to sound normal. It's not like she's talking under her breath or anything now. It's like you can actually understand what she's saying. Spike actually does sound like it's also one of those things that kind of sounds like the English counterpart, but he's like a bit smoother, if you can imagine that. Like, entonces qué vamos a hacer aquí, Twilight Sparkle? Something like that. And yeah, a lot of Rainbow Dash, total Spanish dyke. I can tell you that. So she sounds like.
I've been told that.
No, that.
Jesus. Who else? Well, Derpy. I haven't seen the last roundup in Spanish, so I don't know.
What
hopefully-
about AJ and Rarity? Those
Oh yes.
Applejack, I gotta tell you, she actually does sound like a Latin American, rural, citizen. Like the people who live out in the fields. Or she does sound like one of those. It's like que me caigo rayos. It's like she's got that accent going on. And it fits despite the fact that she's an American like cowboy, but it fits her, a cowgirl. It seems to fit her for some reason. Speaking like one of those Latin American, field workers. That's what it sounds like. And Rarity, just like total soap, like total bitchy soap, Latin American soap opera woman. Like it's like "Cátale indirecto." It's like something like like that. So
Basically
it's kinda
preppy,
snooty,
preppy Spanish woman.
Yeah, stereotypical Latin American soap opera woman. Pretty much. As for the other voices, I can't say anything about.
It fits for a marshmallow.
I can't say
a Spanish marshmallow, that is.
I can't say for them yet because I haven't seen any episodes where they're in.
Here's the question: what is a Spanish marshmallow? That's the only question.
I don't even.
Wait. What? How you say
I don't know.
marshmallow in Spanish?
Malvadisco.
Barbisco. So basically, Rarity is a barbisco.
Barbisco de Español.
Spanish marshmallow. What the I have no idea what that is. But say in Spanish, it is actually kind of interesting. I mean, some voices don't sound like the American counterparts, but they still fit. And I think this is a Cora voice. Actually, I didn't actually hear it very well, but the actually did kind of actually sound right. It sounded right. I couldn't tell what. I think it was just a normal female tone, but it sounded right given the rhymes and whatnot. I think.
Yeah.
Apple Bloom, obviously, just a little girl's voice, but it sounded right. But I'm interested to see like if the Brony revolution will start in Latin America. So I mean, I think.
It's already got one. Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry. They already got one from Brony. I know one guy from Venezuela who draws ponies. In fact, he even pretty much made himself an entire new set of ponies based on the characters.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I mean, there are so many given the channel it's on, I mean, it does kind of put it in doubt. But I mean, the Brony revolution is like something you don't doubt. It's going to start like wildfire. So I don't doubt, like, even though it's on like the kiddiest channel alive, I still don't have a shadow of a doubt that it's going to beyond a shadow of a doubt. I know it's still going. The revolution will still catch heat here at some point.
All they really need is to have basically a Latin episode on that, and I think that'd be pretty much it for them. They'll be already in there. I don't know. That's my guess on it.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, well, that's actually some good information right there. Now we know it's still spreading out the country. So I know England.
I'd love to see some. I'd love to see some Japanese bronies.
Well, yeah. However, some people have done Japanese dubs, but I would love to see how they do it in Japan.
One brony in every country. I'd love to know.
Oh God, what happened if the Asian community of ponies? Basically, they don't use magic. They use mechams.
Oh. My mega pony.
That would be awesome. I watch that. It's like hell yeah. It's a new version of Asian. Yeah, we got the mecha. You have magic. We have mecha. We are stronger than you. Yeah.
Form Celestiatron. Like
Celestiatron. No. But see, in the Brony Nation, it'd be form the Molestiatron. Like, damn it, we're fucked.
Oh,
we're not more than really fucked. We're mecha fucked.
Tomorrow and have the doctor surgically close all my orifices.
Gotcha. But the thing is, you'll be hearing that in like a loud in the PA speaker. Gotcha. Ah! hearing the drill. You actually hear like sound like one of those air torque wrenches.
Optimus no, transforming rollout.
Megatron, what is that? I have no idea, but it looks menacing.
It looks like the ultimate evil. We should get out of here. No, he's looking at us. I think he's looking at you. Oh, use it for a whole human shield. Ah!
Starscream would be running up to Molestia and like, saying, "Please take me."
Something that Voltron have never expected. Forma! Holy shit! What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but it's drooling.
Is that dripping? Oh my god, it's dripping! Oh my god, run! I guarantee one thing. Godzilla would have his number picked. Godzilla wouldn't even see it coming.
You know the Power Rangers Megazords. They always end with some sort of crazy sword slash. But
Molestia has the form, the mega strap.
Now he's just biting. How do you run?
I'm dying here.
So here's a funny story, actually.
Why laughing before you even start? God, please stop laughing.
Just try to go. Just try to explain. Just go ahead before we.
Okay. So anyway, like I said, I'm part of the Main Event Network,
Oh.
and basically we have a Skype group over there where all the staffers talk, and part of our staffers are part of one of the e-feds that they do on there called RCWF, and I had just recently rejoined the thing, and I was thinking about my gimmick. But basically, I'm going to go in representing Bronies, pretty much. I'm going under the moniker the Tough Brony K-Ro Star. And I was actually, we were messing around, talking bullshit, and Molestia came to mind, and for some reason in the chat I typed hashtag hooves to asses.
What?
Hooves to asses.
Hooves to asses.
Oh
And
my god, I'm looking at the chat right now, and I'm like saying, it's Molestia's, like in Godzilla. It's But wait, who's driving the Molestiatron? I swear, you know what?
I dare anybody in the chat to draw Molestia.
Yes, and remember, if you do, you must send it to me, and I will post up my my link up, and you have to send it to us, and we'll put it on the show. I swear to God, I think this is so. Stop it, Gonzo! You stop it! Stop it! You stop it now!
Anyway.
Form the mega.
Unfortunately, here's the thing, you guys. The hashtag who's to asses. I was actually just thinking about a nice butt whooping, but due to an incident I had recently with Second Life, I'm a big Second Life guy, but apparently I had saved some screenshots, and apparently I thought I had saved them on my computer. Apparently I also saved them on my Steam profile, and one of my friends had caught wind of it, and he had actually been messing around with buddies with the information and whatnot. So when I said hooves to asses, he thought I was, instead of saying kicking somebody's asses with hooves, he thought I was saying shoving the hooves up somebody's ass. And from there it went.
Yeah.
Well, in a sense, if you're a brony, you might as well be a pony shoving a hoof up someone's ass.
Or a horn, for that matter.
Yeah, but then I think somebody else. But it wasn't that big of a deal then. But then later on, I think somebody caught the rib.
Hey, Male Mayor Derpy is in the room. He's actually taking up the challenge.
Wrestling? Oh, I forgot about him.
What?
You serious?
It says, look at the chat. It's actually Male Mayor Derpy.
Yeah, that's wrestling. Who I keep featuring every now and then.
You know what? I want to bring him on the show. I really want to. Male Mayor Derby, do you want to once you want to be called, and we'll actually put you on the show here?
Actually, I was actually going to I was thinking. I just remembered. I was really planning on getting Gonzo that ragdoll I was talking about, but with the whole Gmod 13 thing, I blew my mind. I forgot totally. I could I really want to make him that ragdoll because I know you guys would have fun with if you got Gmod. I think Gary's mod costs like $5 right now, and I know anybody in the chat who has Gary mod would love to have a Gonzo pony ragdoll in their inventory. So I might be able to get that thing done by next week, probably.
That'd be awesome.
I wish I can get.
Hell,
Team
actually, you know what?
Ranting.
Mean Spirit. Actually, why don't I make one for you too? You know.
That'd be
Little
cool.
Mean Spirit Moon ragdoll.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'd be awesome. I was saying,
Like the whole the whole mini arcade show Gmod ragdoll pack.
yeah, that'd be cool because it's me, Gonzo, Dusk, or Dawn, whoever you go by, and who else do we have? I think we have don't we have a couple of other people? I know Brandy. Brandy's been helping me out with a lot of great art and whatnot.
LMR.
And, no, Brandy,
No,
a different.
No.
Uh,
Brandy
I thought-
is.
you'll meet her tonight. I guarantee you'll meet her tonight.
Yeah.
She's a really good friend, and she does some great artwork. And I want to kind of put that out there. The same as Dusk. Dusk does some great artwork too. He does a lot of great hand drawings from anime. It's something you might enjoy if you keep on watching the show. Oh wow! Hey, Mailman Derpy actually says sure. Mailman Derpy put
Go ahead and add him.
yes, but the thing, I don't have him on my thing, on my list.
I have.
You have him. Okay, yeah, you add him.
I do. I'll add him.
Well, we'll do is, but before we do, we're going to take a quick, short commercial break. We're going to take a short musical break, and then we'll get right onto Mailman Derby. But we also have to move on with the show as well, so we can't be too long with Mailman Derby. But if everything works out, we'll have him back here on again. But do you know what, Mr. Star, I appreciate you actually bringing your info, bringing this whole entire deal of Brony coming to Mexico. It's the whole entire Spanish nation right there.
Hey, not just Mexico. I mean, we're talking Guatemala, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, where I currently live, Panama, Venezuela, Brazil. You know, pretty much all the Latin American countries. We're getting Brony mania down here, little by little.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
yeah. And if you guys want to check out like more of me and Shadow and all our other guys, you can always check me out. We're always hanging out instagib.tv/main event network. We're always hanging out there, as well as instagib.tv/the nation. And you can also check my Tumblrs, arcadiawrestling.tumblr.com and askthestarmac.tumblr.com. Basically, the Ask the Star Mac is for is for pony Tumblr pics, and the other one is for pretty much anything that comes to my mind.
all right, do you all hear that from him?
And help me get hashtag hooves to asses trending on Twitter.
All right, you all hear it. So we'll be right back after a short as a show in a short while. So thank you for joining.
We'll be right back with more mini arcade show after this.
And we are back with the mini arcade show. We just that was an interesting last person we had on the line there. Don't you think, Gonzo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish I had Steam or Gary's mod or whatever.
No, actually, I find it really interesting. I mean, you do. Don't you play Team Fortress? Don't you ever play Team Fortress?
No.
Oh, wow. Stuck my foot in my mouth on that one. Well, anyways, if you're wondering what the music that's actually going on the show here, mainly they're all Gonzo's mashups. And this is ones he actually mixed up together. So basically, if you wonder who the DJ is, it's Gonzo. I would probably play other music on there of my own. That's pretty much what I think be suited for some of the people who actually where I'm interviewing. But if you're wondering, Gonzo does a lot of mashups, and he's still always constantly doing it all the time. He loves doing it.
I just love to experience. I just love to experiment around. The one you just heard, yes, as Stock said, it's Marilyn Manson and Metallica and Blackstreet. Basically, I just it's Marilyn Manson's "Beautiful People," Metallica's "Sad but True," and Blackstreet's "No Diggity."
Yes.
And I'm pretty much basing some ideas off of the great mashups that mashup producers are just out there today, like Party Bin from L.A., DJ Smoley from Austria, Visionix He's a
Mhm.
French mashup producer and does some killer mashups. And I set some music videos too. Voice Dude, another Cali mashup producer. Um, DJ Not I, who sadly retired. He's around Mexico, I believe. Just a bunch of mashup producers that were pretty good in mixing the songs to match to make an entire new song,
Right.
and it's just amazing. Some of these that are really like they match in mood, and some of these are just fun, just for the laws.
Right. Well, anyways, our next person is coming up. Is known as Mailmare Derpy Hooves, wasn't it?
Mel Mayor Derpy, yes. He's got a DeviantArt. His name is Ricelin Alston, I believe. I think I've seen him before, and he does some artwork that I have featured. He drew up me as a stallion. Which, speaking of which,
Oh, that's right. I
will be mentioning it later, though.
Yes, we're going to be mentioning. We're going to be showing a lot of the pictures because we actually, if you remember, if you're with us a couple weeks ago, we actually put out a challenge to draw Gonzo as a stallion, a stallion pony. And because the last time we actually put it out there, he got mistaken for a female pony, and I don't know how. I think that I blame myself on that one, Gonzo. I apologize for that. I should have been more specific.
Hey, though, some people, I like to, because I got my own fantasies too, being female. Because face it, being a guy here in real life, it's kind of.
And in the RP, you're a frat girl.
I just also like. Well, that's another different story.
We won't get into that right now, but it's
to establish at least a base. We did toss out the challenge to draw me as a stallion in any sort of form. There was only like a few guidelines you have to go by. At least some of the color schemes that were thought of when I was drawn as a mare, basically Insane, who did Sexy Applejack. We got a nice color scheme going on, but at least the main should be at least red because I'm a redhead. The icon would be a YouTube play button because everybody knows I'm famous for the YouTube dubbings of most of you Tumblr ponies out there. And clothing is optional as a pony, but if you're drawing me anthro, for the love of God, please give me some pants and a shirt.
Give the man some dignity. But the thing is, here's the thing. Before we actually start this, and I'm starting to feel it, I think that last fried chicken actually got to me. We'll take a short little break, and then we're going to go right into Mailmare Derpy Hoop. So we'll be right back in a short bit because the Browns are calling. So we'll be right back.
Yeah, you better take the Browns to the Super Bowl right now.
And we are back. Sorry for this little short wait. So let's bring on Mailmare Derpy.
Hang on a minute. I was having a little bit of difficulty, and I'm hoping that he's getting online. I was sending him a message. That way, if he is connected, he'll be ready, and that way,
I brought you a letter. Sorry, we're experiencing technical difficulties. This is our first time.
There we go.
There we go. Hello, welcome. This is Mean Spirit Moon with the Mini Arcade Show. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. I'm here with Gonzo, one of your good friends. So,
yeah. How come? What happened? When I was trying to message you, all of a sudden you went offline, and my message didn't connect to you.
Well, I happen to have a very dick butt internet, so randomly it'll cut out.
Oh, I hope it doesn't cut out during this time because
don't worry, I don't think it will.
Okay. So tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm just one of those underground artists that trying to make his way.
To the top.
slowly working up his reputation and whatnot.
I've heard a
I
lot
am
about you. I have.
Yeah, well, I'm just kind of here and there. All like behind the curtains and such. My main thing is anthropomorphic artwork because that's just what I do. Love it.
Yeah. You might have noticed that during the entire conversation, I was talking about you when I was mentioning Ponies.
Yeah, I heard. Thank you, by the
Some
way.
some people would think that yours is not close to the characters themselves. Hell, the recent mashup that I posted up had your version of Sexy Applejack, and people were thinking that that's not Applejack. Well, yeah, as I mentioned, you have a little bit of realism in there, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I can relate to it more if I just make it seem more real rather than cartoony. That, and I don't want to copy someone else's style just because everybody likes it.
Well,
Yeah,
you're not necessarily. You don't make it. You make it kind of making your own style if you're actually putting your own effort into it. It's actually your own. You're not necessarily copying it. It's you see all these other people. They semi look like they're copying it, but they're not. They're creating their own genre, their own way because it has that one little. Everybody has their own spark,
Yeah.
and basically you have your own. You may want to do is if people want to experience what you're talking about, you may want to put your link up on the on the stream, the chat stream, so people kind of see what you do.
Oh, okay. I'll put in my my DeviantArt then.
Do you have a Tumblr?
Yes, I got several actually.
Put your main one up. So if you want to.
Yeah, it seems that your main one was either Mail Derpy or something like that.
Yeah, I got two actually. One is for I chose Derpy because I thought it would be appropriate,
I brought you a
And
letter.
Yeah.
I
But
just
mine's
don't
more-
know what went wrong.
Mine's not really that simple-minded per se, but she's just really happy and bubbly and one of those mares that you like really want to hang out with, and she's just like random as hell,
Yeah, she's the everyday pony.
Yeah, she's the everyday pony, but her eyes are just kind of googly, but she still fits in pretty well.
I just still can't believe. I just believe how many people made a stink about it. I mean, if you remember from our the show from a couple weeks ago, if you were there, with it, how many people were making such a stink about it. It was pretty much ridiculous. Like, you still can't believe it.
Well, my opinion on that, quite frankly, is just a whole bunch of people blowing some hot air. First of all, it's just a show.
Yeah.
That's first of all. Secondly, it's the people that, have the mentally challenged that are trying to protect the mentally challenged. I mean, I can guarantee you that the actual mentally challenged don't even care about that. In fact,
No,
they
actually,
do.
I've worked with the mentally challenged people who suffer from
Exactly.
from all those things. And the thing is, they love Derpy. They love him. Even my sister,
Yeah.
who works with them constantly on a daily basis, even though she's going to college as well, she said that she doesn't understand what the big fuss about Derpy. All these people love Derpy because basically they have a representative that actually has a voice to it all. And to see it being destroyed and whatnot is basically what it is. It's nonsense. What's the point?
I don't know. I guess it's this
She's
political
lovable.
correctness
She's
thing.
cute.
Exactly. She may be have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but you know what? It's still lovable. It's like family almost. It's like
Not only
everybody
that,
has that nutty cousin that everybody kind of like looks at but still loves him.
Yeah, and not only that, but there's a stereotype of pretty much every other culture. Though
Exactly.
it doesn't exactly stand out as much as Derpy has.
Right.
And that's the part that I don't get.
People are just going to try to find something wrong with it and basically poke at it for a long periods of time. But the thing is, I wouldn't worry too much about it. For the fact of the matter is that right now they have not completely taken Derpy out of the show. Derpy's still in there. Derpy's still
Yeah,
gonna
I
be in the
saw.
background and whatnot. I mean, like I said, I played that video once before about Derpy. It was a very sad video. Everybody cried manly tears.
I
including
saw
my-
the actual animation that
I,
she
s-
made.
I- yeah, I saw that. I saw that too. But it was a shorter version. I want to see the long
I was
version of
like-
it.
No, I saw the long version. I was like, oh.
I know. Yeah, I know. You're like you wanted to reach out and it's like, come here, baby, give me a hug. I want to hold
Why
you.
can't I hug you? Stupid screen.
God, well, I can't wait till they actually make the holodeck.
The what?
The holodeck from Star Trek.
Oh.
If they actually made that, today, that'd be the first person I would hug. Would be Derpy Hooves. I don't care what anybody else says. That'd be the first person I hug.
Indeed, quite.
I'd be like, it's so good to see you. And he'd be like, the first words I hope to hear, I just don't know what's wrong. I said, I have a pretty good idea. But, go ahead.
I said, lol.
Yep. So, tell us a little bit more about your animation that you do.
Drawing.
The drawings.
What? Oh, well.
Your art. Your art.
Well, what do you want to know?
Anything. Come at me,
Okay,
bruh.
well, I started anthro drawing in about how many years ago was that? Maybe 8 years. So I've been doing anthro for like 8 years, but I've been exposed to art for 16.
Wow.
So that's about as long as I've been developing.
Hmm.
And my style started from Sonic the Hedgehog. That's where it all began. And I was also heavily influenced by Dragon Ball Z growing up as a kid. So
Venus.
yeah. I also had a lot of my art for that, but after a while,
So you draw a lot of S&M Ponies for the Brony Nation then.
well, I got into Anthro Ponies mostly because, well, actually I got into the show because of the animation itself. It was superb, and I really wanted to do that for my own stuff eventually. But another good reason was because it's full of women. I'm not gonna lie.
It's all about the ladies. Ah, yeah.
It's all-
Giggity gig, giggity goo.
And it was a perfect excuse to do more pinups.
Indeed.
Because,
But
what I do.
you ever do stallions?
not sexually, but
No, not sexually. I was about like,
that's-
huh?
That's kind of, well, the opportunity hasn't exactly presented itself, and I
Ooh.
don't have any stallion characters.
Maybe I'll throw my character out there for a challenge for you.
Seems legit.
Yeah. Basically he's let's see, he's half vampire, half nightmare moon.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's basically what he is. Basically my OC character is basically a half vampire, half nightmare moon because he was created to be a weapon to destroy Celestia.
That's cool.
So, Gonzo, are you feeling okay, bro?
I just went and got, because I forgot to take my omega-3 vitamin.
Ooh, yeah. No, he needs to take pills here. Grabbing pills.
Peels, pew.
Yeah, due to my bachelor lifestyle, it's starting to affect my health.
Not to mention your,
I know that feel,
especially your high blood pressure.
I know that feel.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll give you a challenge. Basically, you see my user picture. Just think about throwing a horn onto him, basically make him Anthro if it needs to be. I'll even throw you what his colors are because I actually used the pony generator to make the colors, so I'll throw that out to you as well. His cutie mark is basically my business deal. I'll throw that out to you as well, so you'll have all that, but we won't get into that right now because we have a show to do. But if you don't mind, if you want to stick around, I'm going to talk to you after the show because I think I got another challenge for you that you might find quite interesting.
Perhaps. I've got a bunch of other stuff I gotta do first.
That'd be fine. So, well, thanks for stopping on by, and I'll probably talk to you later then because we gotta get the
Thanks
show.
for having me.
No problem. So, thanks for stopping on by.
You're welcome.
And we'll be coming right back here in a moment. And next up, we're going to bring in Brandy and the S&M sisters. So stick around, and you'll probably have a great old time, and maybe even maybe have a little bit of luck, have a little bit of S&M. Stick by.
Ugh.
And we are back with the mini arcade show. Next up, we have is Brandy and the S&M sisters. So we're going to add her to the call right now. So, and actually, this is a girl drawer. She actually draws really well. So we're about to find out how she does her stuff. I have some piece of artwork to show everyone. So if you stick around, we're going to show some really interesting stuff. Well, hey, Brandy, welcome to the mini arcade show.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Um, I'm fine.
That's cool.
Nervous.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
it's always a stage. It's a stage fright, jitters, but it's okay. We're all good right here. We're actually, like I said, I think everybody's kind of a little surprised that this is actually, I think their very first time they actually on my show actually having a girl animator or drawer, I should say.
Artist.
Or artist. Yes, there we go. Thank you, Gonzo. So if you're wondering what she does, I'm going to show you some stuff to kind of give things a little warmed up a little bit. So hold on just a second. I'm going to bring it up out there to you.
Would you mind posting your Tumblr up? I'm trying to relay your artwork to Mayor Derpy.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
you mean hers?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll post it up here pretty quick. Actually, how about I do that right now? If you want to see any like a lot of her artwork that she does, let me bring up the slide here for you. There you go, guys. If you're wondering about Brandy's little thing here we go. This is her actual website that she has. Let me zoom in a little bit closer so everybody can see it. So yeah, this is pretty much what she does. You know, she does a lot of artwork. The first picture you saw was one of hers. I kind of edited a little bit to kind of give that little theatrical type of thing deal to it, which was really nice, I thought. So you can follow. If you want to follow her. Those are her three main ones that she has. If those are the only three you have, Brandy, is those main one for Tumblr?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I see a lot of stuff. You've done some drawings of me in there, and which is pretty cool as well. I'll show those up here pretty quick as well. But what I'll do is I hope you guys are actually writing this down, or at least try to get to the link, trying to type it out and looking at it right now because it's actually worth looking into. And okay, Brandy, tell me, how do you do the artwork? Explain that.
Well, unlike a lot of the other popular Tumblr blogs like LMR, Applejack, and things like that, I don't have the sketch pad or the drawing pad, so I use hands-on painting in the paint software on the Windows computer. And I use a bit of Photoshop if I want to add a background to the back.
Or make your artwork a little bit smoother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be pretty good. And I'm about to show some of those right now. So give me a second here, and I'm going to show that to them. So here we go. Let's start out with this one right here. It's one of her pieces of artwork. But she also does not just safe for work, but also not safe for work pictures as well, which I have plenty of. So you got those right there. Uh-oh, I think we got some wing blurs going on in the crowd.
One wing goes up.
And see, we got in this picture, we got Nightflower and Miss T Rose. Explain about the S&M sisters.
The S&M sisters consists of a pair of Pegasus sisters and a pair of Alicorn sisters. They all came from the same family. which lives in Manhattan. They had an incident where Brandy, or S&M Brandy as she's labeled on my Tumblr, has a darker side, a side she can't control. She has her psycho moments, and when she was a little filly, she ended up burning their house down as that psycho side and killing their parents. Well, her sisters understood the truth. The cops just figured it was a minor house fire. Um, she ended up getting taken to an orphanage, separated from her sisters. And then Dr. Hooves, the Time Lord, yes, I added him in there. He took her to his place and basically did some bad things to her, trying to make her into a Time Lord. You know, he claims Time Lords are sterile. And being she's not a Time Lord, he tried to make her sterile, which he succeeded, but through all the torture she went through, um, she she got tired of it. So she ended up escaping, basically, which was good for her. She found her sisters again, and they ended up becoming big fans of S&M. It was their way to express their feelings of what they went through and release their tensions. But some of them get carried away. As you could probably see in a lot of my response tumblers, they do get carried away. Skype Pony, being the innocent one, is always going to be shy and sweet when she gets after you. Brandy's a little shy and sweet. Derbarashi's a killer. Basically, she's the one that will torture you the most.
Actually,
And
I'm showing them also the main picture of all four you have for the one you put for my post.
yeah.
So, anyways, if you guys are wondering, I'm going to point it out to all to you since if you are watching this. This one right here, this is Brandy. This is Sky Pony. This one right here. This one is T Rose. And the blonde one over here, moving over to the other side, is Derparashi. So, like I said, we got the half psycho, half innocent Brandy, and we have the sweet innocent Sky Pony. And let's get into Derparashi for a moment. To explain how Derparashi comes into play in this.
Derparashi is actually a relative of Derpy. She was created on the day that Hasbro had complaints about Derparashi, not Derparashi, sorry, but about Derpy, and took her off the show or changed her basically because of how people complained about her. So in response to that, being Derpy is my favorite character because she seems to be the sweetest, yet even though she's clumsy, she still is the sweetest pony I've ever seen. Almost like Fluttershy, except not as quiet. And to make up for the fact that Hasbro did this to Derpy, one second, please.
All right. Well, unexpected. You know how that goes at times when you have to do a show. Sometimes it's when you have to turn off the cell phone, but it's okay because sometimes we have important things of our lives that really requires like taking care of others for the most part. Oh my God, the nosebleeds! Please find a cork.
Get some paper towels and plug up your noses.
Or get the plunger and stick the whole entire fill in your nose. And for the wing boners, please tie them down. Easy, boys, easy. But for the most part,
Okay, I apologize for that.
that's okay. We're kind of telling the room to calm down a little bit.
But yeah, you were asking about Derparashi. Well, it was a character I based off the response to what happened to Derpy. I basically gave Derpy a psychotic twin sister. The only difference is she's been slightly discorded, except not the way as discordant Derpy. No, she's based off of Derparashi's based off of the anime Higurashi. which is a bunch of killing in that show.
I've seen the show myself.
Yeah, I remember that.
So,
So,
go on.
but yeah, that's basically all I can really say about Deparashi. I mean, she has her moments where she will kill, she will want to kill. Other than that, she's a very good character. Quiet, lovable. Just don't be around her when she wants to kill.
Or get on her bad side. But isn't she like more like a tomboy than anything else?
Yeah, she is. She likes to fight. She likes to go to fight clubs. You know, those underground fight clubs where she gets to fight the stallions. And it's pretty embarrassing for a stallion to have his hindquarters kicked by a mare.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the next one of the sisters, T Rose.
T Rose is a true dominatrix, but she also enjoys pain herself. She became that way when she got into several fights with some, cults, bully cults. She found that them hitting her, punching her or whatever you want to call it, she found that to be arousing. But at the same time, she found herself enjoying beating up these cults. She's been suspended before from whatever kind of school they go to for tying up these cults in provocative positions in the nude. So she's taken the lead as the leader of the sisters, and she has a very stubborn attitude and will not keep back her thoughts. She will speak her mind as clearly as day.
Oh, man, where can you find these girls these days?
You mean these type characters?
Yeah, oh wait, I know where they're at. Never mind. This picture pretty much explains it all.
I was just saying, you should know.
I know. I'm actually zooming in on it right now. Yeah. But I'm only going to say this much. That's all because according to an RP. So don't take it too seriously. If you see me in there with some of the in the questions you ask, don't be surprised. So
Also, there's another thing to know about that. If you're wondering why they're calling him Master, is because if you're inside of S&M, if you have a fetish for S&M, that's what you call the person that is your dominatrix, so to speak, or your dominant suitor. That's what you call them.
Yeah, I'm pretty much.
Unless it's a woman, then you call it a mistress.
Yes, exactly. So basically, gentlemen, I'm going to say this much. You gotta call them mistress if you're going to please them.
Exactly.
They already have a master already.
Oh, and there's one thing you might want to know about Skype Pony. She takes home people. She comes up to the head of the house, and with the little puppy dog eyes, and asks if she can keep this person she found. She treats them just like a pet.
Here's a prime example right here, folks. If you're looking right now, this is a prime example. I pretty much caught this in the act. I'm like, what's going on here? She likes bringing home strangers. So, if you're wondering if you want to be brought home, just lay in the middle of the road and around town. She might just pick you up. Of course, I can't stay mad at her because she's too darn cute. But let's not get into that right now. But anything, the artwork is basically terrific. I mean, you have even all these other ones right here. You have all these great artworks. And she does such a great job. I mean, for a person who does not use a pad, one of those pen pads, it's really great. And I cannot argue with any of the artwork at all here. It's really great. I love it. I mean, Gonzo, what do you have to say about this?
I say this is mighty impressive despite the lack of technology.
Well, very well said. I mean, now, I have never seen a Skype pony. This is actually the first Skype pony I've ever really, really seen because no one has really. Oh, I think we got a couple of drunks in the crowd. They, I think some of them want to be brought home right now.
Well, if Sky Pony finds him, yeah, she'll drag him home and then beg to keep him.
Of course, I say, no, 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 no. You can't keep pets, and don't be surprised if you wake up the next morning outside. But for the most part, it's really excellent artwork. It's very good for its own way, and I'm hoping to see more of this because this is actually great stuff. And like I said before, if you're wondering about the about how to find her stuff, I mean, she does more than this says. She does a few other stuff as well. I'm going to go back and actually show them that right now, the website they can follow. So there you go, folks. Go to those Tumblr links right there, and basically go to them and actually follow her. I definitely recommend follow her, send her questions, and you never know, she might just pick you up off the street and bring you home, or maybe she might do something nasty, maybe something evil, because each of the girls have their own personality, so you never know who you might just be dominated next. So, hey, Brandy, I want to thank you for coming on the show here. It was really an honor for you to come here. It was really excellent. I really love your artwork. I hope you continue it. I think you have a large career ahead of you on this. So, all right. Well, anyways, so hey, Brandy, thanks for stopping on by. All right.
Thanks for having me up here.
No problem. You have a very good day. And when we come back, we got another artist to actually be brought up here. We brought him here once before, and he's done some great anime and whatnot. And so we're gonna bring him up next. You know him, you love him. He is Don Dusk, Madam Z. He's got a lot of Tumblr names out there. Gonzo, what do you really think of this guy personally?
He's one of those undiscovered talents that really needs to be brought into light.
Yeah, he really needs to. And so last time I hear, he needs help in a bad way. So we're gonna get into that. And then seeing is, and it's actually the help that he needs is really it's gonna be towards your guys' benefits, not our own, but but your guys' benefits. So we'll be right back in a moment, and we'll be be on that. So we'll be right back after the short musical break. And we are back, and we're gonna bring one of our last guests here. Is basically Dawn Dusk. He's go by many other names. So let's bring him onto the air right now. So let's see what we got here. Hey, Dawn Dusk, whoever you are, welcome to the show.
Ow.
Ow, what?
Don't tell me you hurt yourself.
No, I had the headphones up too high. Ow.
Ouch. That happens. So welcome to the show. Yeah. Quite a view you got there.
Oh, you know you enjoy it.
It's not a chicken. Damn right, I'm gonna hit that.
That's okay. Someone commented in the chat, your mouse looks like a fairy.
I know, I was... That's pretty much what...
Listen!
Hey, look! Listen! So, tell us about your artwork that you do.
What do you want to know?
Well, Gonzo, you go ahead and ask the questions. I'm going to show them some of the stuff that he does.
Well, it's obvious that your style is more of anime. What was your influence to draw in such a style?
I'm so sad to say this, but it wasn't Dragon Ball Z. It was actually Sailor Moon.
Wow.
That was the first anime I'd ever seen, and yeah.
Well, don't be embarrassed. Some people actually saw Sailor Moon, and there's some guys. I tried it, and I didn't find any. Sorry. No. That's not what I meant. I couldn't find any more appealing, and I didn't continue on with the series. That's what I was trying to say.
Go on.
Oops. Hold on. Let's see. Sorry.
I think we got a lot of wing boners in the room right now.
What made you decide that you were going to draw in period?
Just random boredom.
Random boredom.
And I have this problem of I have to keep my hands busy, and I'm no good with writing notes. So I'd always just sit in class and doodle. And teachers would get pissed about it, but every time I doodled, I remembered everything they said. Yet I was the only one acing the tests.
That's got to be something, all right. If you were busy with something else, yet you remember everything that was going on around you.
I'm surprised how low the views we have right now. Why don't you guys, the viewers right now, kind of bring more people in if you can? Because I mean, shoot, we're putting up some really gnarly stuff on here, some really cool anime, and yeah, bring them on here if you can. And we'll actually wait here for a little bit if you want, and we'll show some more stuff here. Yeah, I know we had way a lot of viewers because everybody knew that LMR was going to be here. That's why we had a whole bunch of viewers because everybody
that
wanted.
was pretty much it.
Everybody wanted to see LMR.
MR, yeah, that was it.
But this one is a rising star. And we always say the best for last. And we already know that Dawn, you can see by your artwork, you're really great. So, I mean, yeah, I'll put up all of his Tumblr blogs, and I guarantee we have a lot of them. He has a whole bunch. Bull fucking shit.
Blame my brain. It keeps coming up with more characters to make.
Yeah, likely story.
It is a story, Shug.
Yeah. But also, if you remember, he also knows Nightflower as well, because here's a prime example of one of his other artwork that he does. And it's really nice. I like it myself because it kind of depicts me and Nightflower. How about with a little bit of Applejack? Let's go to a little bit more ponyfied. Ta-da! Anybody for a strip show?
Oh, God.
Hang on. Damn.
Ba-dum. But he also makes little stuff like this, and like the first picture I showed before, here's usually a sketch will actually look like. You can get a sketch like this and draw it yourself, or he could basically color in. He does stuff on commission like this, which is actually really great. I find it very interesting. So, I mean, I suggest this is the type of guy you should follow because he has a lot to show. But aren't you having like some troubles now with your pad these days?
Oh, let's not go into that. My tablet's shot, and yeah.
Yeah, and then a very worst time too.
I know.
You want me to tell him, or do
Go
you
ahead.
Want to? Dawn and I decided that we should start a Tumblr blog ourselves, an Ask Pony blog. It's called Ask Grimdark Applejack. This will be the first ever time that you'll ever see Applejack just going grimdark on every pony.
I actually got a picture of that. I actually posted. I got to put it up on the screen right now to everybody to see. Keep on going.
It was basically based on my idea of a fanfic that I'm trying to write, but trying to find some inspiration about it too. Basically, AJ was working so hard. She was working very hard to keep her farm, to keep a roof over their heads, working hours, and she was also trying to date on the side to ease her troubles. But her boyfriend just decided to dump her for one of her friends, and now AJ has gone completely dark and just broke his legs, fucked the body, and killed him. In fact, one of the posts says he's pretty much hanging around still.
Oh, he's still hanging up in the barn.
White rice sugar cubes.
Right, we have some posts up already, and sadly I have to close up that the mailbox because we were getting a handful of questions to be drawn out or answered in text format. Sadly, since Dawn's tablet is DOA, it's going to be hold off for a bit too.
So basically, what I'm pretty much telling people is to do right now is, if you want to see a lot of his great artworks to kind of succeed and keep on growing, I suggest you follow him and to give him your support by giving him a little bit of money so he actually could buy a new pad. Because right now they ain't cheap these days, and it's going to get a little interesting. I'm just going to put up the slide for that here. So give me a second here. I'm going to put up because he has quite a few of them. He does a lot of art, and I suggest you check them all out individually because they are really great. And actually, here they are. Here's all the yeah. This is pretty much all of his stuff right here. So you can see that he has quite a few. I'm counting them right now. I count 7 blogs. You have Dusk Dark World, Dusk Commissions, Ask Sunday, Ask Magica, Ask Grim Dark Applejack, Ask Mystic Dawn, and Ask Liam Zyra. Zyronia.
Grim Dark Applejack.
Zyronia.
Sorry, can't say it, but they can read it for themselves.
Yeah, Grimdark AJ. Even though Dusk writes it, I own the blog too, so it's basically ours.
Yeah.
We try to share ideas to make sure that everything that way we can deliver the best Grimdark out of AJ we can get.
So if you want to see more of this, show your love and support to him. So basically, you'll be able to see more, and basically you can get more. And I guarantee you help him out with this. He might even include some juicy stuff. I guarantee you. Hear that? I'll pay for it myself. How about that? So yeah, so basically show your support by going to his websites and basically donating, or buying some of his stuff that and help him succeed, because he has a long ways to go. Even when last time I had him on the show, and LMR was quite impressed with the way how he drew Miss Rarity. LMR was impressed with it. So if LMR approves of it, I approve of it, Gonzo approves of it, you should approve of it too. Yes, you heard me. I am commanding you people, my loyal fans, to actually be part of this and help him out to actually become a great artist, because he has the great potential to do whatever he put his mind to. So, anything else you might want to throw in there, Don?
Well, I'll pretty much put it this way: if anyone actually has a tablet and and offers to send it, I will give them 5 free commissions of anything they want.
That ought to get their attention.
Ooh, that's mean some juicy stuff, man. That's some juicy. The ideas are endless. Even my mouth is drooling. Damn it, wing boners. Damn it. Easy, girls, easy. Honey would take care of you later. So, anyways, yeah, I highly recommend you to actually support him in this, because like I said before, you cannot pass up an opportunity to get some nice juicy bits. If you have a tablet to give to him, let us know. I mean, he's my tech support guy. I trust him. I love him. I love his artwork. I want him to continue it. I don't want him to stop, because he has a long ways to go. His creative juice of his mind will never end as long as he still has the output to put it out with.
Yeah, and not only that, he's a great artist. If he was crazy enough to actually help me out, carry out the idea, I would even try to donate. I mean, I might not be able to right now, as I have no means to, and I got some basic needs that I need to get through too, like my rent and bills and everything. If I will. I'll just, even if I have to send a money order, I'll send something.
Yeah. And here's another thing. That's a good deal. How much do usual tablets usually cost?
Depends on the type you go for. The kind I really want is a Cintiq, and that runs $1,000. But I'm actually okay with a simple bamboo pen tablet, which is usually about $80.
Okay, well, it's pretty
Depending on where
pretty
you
reasonable.
look.
So yeah, it was basically we're kind of acting for a little bit of a fundraiser at this point. Because if you want to see great more art, go check out some of his blogs, and you'll be impressed with what you see. The stuff I'm showing right now doesn't even scratch the edge of it. I'm just basically whetting your appetite to actually go see his websites because there's a lot more on there than what I'm showing right now. Because this is something that it must not pass up. So please help him out as best you can. This is for a good cause. And he does from safe to work to not safe to work, drawings. So yeah, just do that, and I guarantee you, I'll even have a T-shirt being made if needs to be. So you actually have something to show that you supported this guy, and you're basically like you're like the only person who actually has the T-shirt. So like I said, basically contact him on any of these sites right here. Um, let's see. Oh, I'm actually checking the chat. Let me see his Skype, email, and which one do you prefer?
Hey, Stalker's sending you his.
Wait,
That's impressive.
what?
Yeah.
I love this community. I obviously love this community. Bronies helping out each other's bronies. Now this is the kind of love and tolerance and fandom that I really love with this.
This is getting great. Wait, is he dead serious? Is he?
Comes with a mess of pen.
Wow. Wow.
Well, let me add you there, Stalk.
You know what? I want to do right now is I want to bring him on. I want to bring him on.
I'm already adding him.
Add him to the call. I want to personally thank him for being a loyal supporter, and actually, I want to personally thank him myself. He earned the right to be on the show now. He earned. I am dumbfounded.
You're overwhelmed, and I know. You just take a breather.
No, I know. I am very impressed. This is stuff I always try to preach to people about showing kindness and showing generosity to others, and usually it pays out in the end. And this is the type of stuff I always appreciate about people. It almost brings tears to my eye because this is what My Little Ponies is.
I'm adding him right now.
This is what My Little Ponies has always been about. This is what's so great about it. Okay, I have to hit an OK on this one. Hi, this is me, Spirit Moon from the Mini Arcade Show. Welcome to the show. Hello?
Hello.
Well, hello there.
Hello, well, this is me, Spirit Moon from the Mini Arcade Show with Gonzo and Dusk, Dawn, or all the other names. So you're actually willing to give your spare one away?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Well, you see, I had this one for a long time, and since I barely do any digital, I usually do traditional mostly, so I don't have no point of having it at all.
Really?
What kind is it?
It is a bamboo, like I think you said. I don't know. I got it like from a long time. It was actually a Christmas present, and like I got it when I was a kid because I don't know. I just wanted to like have something like this, but since I don't ever use it, it is kind of dirty, but it functions like pretty well.
Oh, that's fine. Mine's an old Wacom Graphire 4, and it finally took a crap on me.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It comes with a mouse, and the pen. It also comes with a pen holder also, so that's fancy for you.
Yeah,
that definitely works.
Yes, it does. And the one thing that I want to say to you is, I want to personally thank you for your support in this time of need that he needs right at this moment to continue his work. And you know what? I feel like doing another interview right now. I want to interview you, sir. All right, question. Okay, let's do that as our traditional way of actually doing interviews. Question number 1: Are you a brony?
It's hard to say because all with the idea of love and tolerance is good, but I don't think I see myself as love and tolerating always. I have to hate sometimes.
Well, how about a moderate brony? You don't have to be hardcore.
Oh no, well I could see myself something. Yeah, sure, why not?
Awesome. Who's your favorite character? And you cannot choose yourself.
To be honest, it's gonna be Fluttershy. She has that kind of, I don't know. She reminds me of me when I was a little kid who always saw like those little animals crawling all around the ground and just like keeps them as a pet and just takes care of them until like some point.
To the point he gets to a fluttergasm, right?
Yep. Yeah.
That's awesome, bro. So yeah, when you and Dawn had something in common, you both love Fluttershy.
Yep.
I also like her too.
Me, it's always gonna be Rarity. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a classic person. I love a person of fashion.
Yeah. Her sense of it's just ironic the way she acts and just like oh god, it's just clever the way they make the characters out for just making the irony
Oh yes, of course.
in their development.
Favorite episode?
Favorite episode, huh? To be honest, I think it's the secret to my excess when Spike just I don't know. I just like how accurately they got the idea of how like dragons are greedy
Mm-hmm.
and how everything they see, whether it's shiny or maybe dull, they just like have that desire just to grab everything. It's just uh, it was
That
it was,
hoarding desire.
Yep.
That greed is the root of all evil.
And then like I don't know, it's just really fun to like that they actually stick to the natural behavior of a dragon.
AKA mine.
The only thing I have a question is what manner of packaging, because I really never meld something to someone at all, but since I don't use this at all, it might as well go to use for someone else, right?
Yeah.
It's for a good cause, and that's why I really love about you, man. You are showing the true love of a brony, and you're willing to help out other people that actually who really need the most. And the thing is that this is now his artwork actually go on from here. This is something that was I ranting about how intolerable and how cruel people are, and now I stand corrected. I was sorry. It's an emotional part for me because I always try to preach about kindness, gentleness, and whatnot, and basically I always see nothing but hate being spread around. And you actually said you're willing to give something away because you don't have no use for it. But the thing is, you're not hoarding it to yourself and basically trying to sell for money. You're showing that you're giving it to him because you want to see his artwork. You see what for what it is. It's not all about what this thing is and what that thing is. Basically, you know that it's an expression of art, and people should express their art in their own some way.
Yeah, of course. Everyone deserves the chance to show whatever they have.
To prove their worth.
Exactly, and what better way to show it this way? I mean,
Yeah.
Well, you heard what Don said. Basically, he's going to for this. You're going to get 5 free, any picture you want drawings.
I think I would actually would like to. In any case, I think I would like to donate maybe for I don't know, maybe a little contest or something for you guys to make up. I mean, I have no idea what I would choose to make. I mean, seriously.
I could suggest one if you like.
Well, sure.
How about me? You have an OC character, don't you?
Of course, yeah.
How about the mini arcade show OC characters? Basically, kind of grouping around you, saying thanks for the help.
Sure. The funny thing is that the character that I made is like.
I will also add another thing to it.
Sure,
and
why not?
and Dusk, stop me if I am going too far. How about we throw them into the mini arcade comic strip?
Sure.
You have
Have him as a recurring character.
Yep. How about that?
Oh! I just thought of the best part for you too.
What?
What?
The repairman.
Ha
Because Dusk is always screwing something up.
Always, yes. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
By the way, word of warning: you're going to be traveling to the moon a lot.
Oh, trust me, this guy. I think my OC can handle it.
To the moon, bitch! So now you actually have more than that. You're actually becoming a recurring character in our little thing. And the thing, I want to keep you around. And you know what? Once we start getting the shirts ready and whatnot, I'm going to get you a shirt for the mini arcade show for your appreciation and whatnot. I'm still working on finding a cheap price to actually get these shirts made. And once Dusk actually makes the actual design for our shirts, we'll actually send you someone out for free.
Sweet, that sounds fantastic.
So, also, I'm going to show this as well. If you guys are watching the stream right now, I'm also going to show, basically, you can follow the mini arcade show because it's still being worked on right now. Here's
Yeah.
here's our Tumblr page for the Mini Arcade Show right now. So you might want to take a look into that on Tumblr. But I also will put mine up at the end. But this one is actually something that's worth looking into to help us our support and whatnot. But mainly check into Dusk work. And basically, if you want to support him any type of way, if you want to give him a few dollars, if you want to give him like $1,
Order some drawings.
order some drawings, and now he could do more drawings now. So commissions will be reopened as soon as he gets this tablet. So yeah, show your love, support. I love the people here. I love the community. I just love people now all of a sudden. I just love everyone. Oh my god, I'm going fluttergasm. So yeah, that's I'll put that website back up. If you also want to send me questions or Gonzo questions, let me put up these things up as well. This is mine right here. My link for the for my page. If you want to send me questions or anything like that about the show or about my character or whatever you need to ask me about, go ahead and ask me. And if I think and you know, whatever happens with the how things will go by, I'll bet I as the best I can. I do. It is my the show I started, but I have all my friends here to help me out with this. And then, as I said, I love this. I love to see a supporting community that's willing to support their teams. And basically, I like to add them to the team if possible, as soon as I can. As soon as we get bigger and whatnot, we'll probably add more people to our team and whatnot. Right now, we're just basically a 3 to 4 to 5 man team at this point. But
and we don't even have our own radio station yet.
no, we don't. We're doing everything on here on Skype and on live stream, which is actually really nice. Yeah, I guess like I'm reading this, share the love. He's like,
but hopefully soon that too will change.
Yeah, it probably will change. We'll probably get bigger and better and bigger for our own britches, hopefully. But also, if you also have questions as well to me, even Gonzo, here's Gonzo's. This is Gonzo's little deal. If you want to follow him on Tumblr, this is his little link. So you may want to take a look into that. So that's another thing to look into. What I'm going to do right now is, since I'm going to leave that up there for people, I am going to add you to my friends list on Skype here.
Oh, sweet, sure.
I want you back every now and then. I guarantee I would want you back because you really touched me deep inside, man. You really did. And, huh?
Oh, nothing. I was about to say no pun intended. All right.
Well, we won't go there. I mean, huh?
Anything to help anyone. Come on.
Oh yeah. I want more people to be just like you, man. Because you really show the love. I mean, I have Andrew comes here. He helps me out. And I love him too. Andrew, I'm hoping you're listening to this. My love. Oh wait, he just went online. I wish he was watching the show right now because I want to do a shout out to him because I've been wondering where he's been in all day. But he's one of my personal favorite fans because he usually asks the questions where everyone don't. And hopefully pretty soon, if everything still works out the way it goes, I'm pretty much going to have him as another host if needs to be. I mean, like if I go sick or whatnot. I keep hearing a lot of
shit. Or Gonzo goes MIA.
Yeah.
See, his brain's already gone MIA.
Oh, Gonzo. Are you falling asleep there, my friend?
No. Just staying quiet. Awfully quiet.
Well, speak out. What's on your mind? Because right now I'm doing all the talking, and I want to hear from you, Gonzo.
I was checking up some messages while you guys were talking, so. But
Darker offered to call up Andrew, and Andrew just got back on.
Yep, and we're about to do that here pretty quick. But right now, I want to do is right now.
Oh, damn it!
Now, Gonzo. No cussing on the show. Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck?
Excuse me. I was wanting Dusk on here earlier. We could have done a movie review for him.
Oh, well, we can still do that if you want. I mean, well, hell, we have him here. We have his good supporting friend right now. His new best friend, I should say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, how about we ask them both? Hell with it. Hey,
your favorite movies.
Let's start with Dusk. Dusk, favorite movie and why?
Which one you want?
You gotta pick out one.
Let me shuffle them up here.
Shuffle them up. He must have already thought this one through already. Jesus.
Yeah, I've got the DVD cases in my hand.
No, he's gonna go. He's gonna go at random.
And of course, it went with my favorite one.
Which one's that?
Final Fantasy VII: Advent Children.
All right, go into that.
Are you kidding me? It's Final Fantasy. End of story.
I get a kick out of it because how CGI the computer imaging of people has come so far in the technology, and how they. I mean, if you look at Final Fantasy VII, the game, and Final Fantasy now, it's changed a long ways. It's gotten a lot better than graphics, but storyline, I don't know, but it's still good.
I'll agree it got better with graphics, but storyline kind of went down the drain.
Yeah. Well, we all know Cloud's still the emo little kid that he still is.
Of course.
I am a monster. Cutting myself.
Actually, no. With Advent Children, he kind of actually changed quite a bit.
Well, at the end, yeah.
No, actually, during it.
Hmm?
During the entire thing, he changed quite a bit.
Which is kind of unusual for any character development.
Exactly.
It's
And I had heard that they were going to make one for 8, but never did.
well, that's yet to be
Which
seen.
I actually would have liked.
Very interesting.
Granted, I hate Final Fantasy VIII.
But I still get a kick. They actually brought Sephiroth back, which was actually rather nice.
Well, of course. Look at what they've done with Kingdom Hearts so far.
Oh God, don't remind me. And what was it? Dissidia?
Dissidia and Dissidia Duodecim.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well. I just noticed a certain sexy pony just walked into my room.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
No, Mrs. Nightflower has actually just walked into my room. Hello, Miss Nightflower. How are you? Yeah. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Something's going on. I'm gonna be right back.
What happened?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna reboot my computer real quick.
Ooh, sounds like we're having technical difficulties on Gonzo's end. So Gonzo,
Don't worry, you guys go on ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
So going on with Final Fantasy VII. What would you consider your favorite part in the whole entire movie?
Of the whole movie, oddly enough, it's not any of the fight scenes. It's actually the scene of the cell phone falling into the water. And those fans who've actually played the game will know exactly where it landed.
Okay. Not really a big fan, except for Tifa.
I actually remember that scene. Me and my cousin were actually watching it when I was actually drawing. And me and my cousin were just asking, how does that phone manage to stay on for so long underwater?
Think about where it landed.
Where did it land?
It landed on Aerith's hands.
Wow. Shows how much I know. How much I've been paying attention. I'll have to check that out. Anyways. Dead bodies. Right. Okay. Necrophilia. Move.
Good thing Gonzo's not here.
Whoa. Anyways, how about you, sir? What is your favorite movie?
Oh, it's complicated. I usually like if anything, it's usually horror because I don't know why. It's something messed up that shows up. It's a tough between like Hellraiser and The Thing. I don't know. It's just
The Thing is a good one.
Yes, The Thing is just it's the most fantastic horror movie at that time. It was just amazing.
Are you talking about the one with Kurt Russell, right?
Yes, the Kurt Russell.
Good. I'm the man of the classics.
Yes.
Kurt Russell did an excellent job of that movie, but also how they created the thing, the actual make sure it's
the props.
alien.
Yeah,
The props.
Yeah, it was just
The
fantastic.
You
sounds.
don't see good movies like that anymore.
No,
All you
no,
see
you
is
don't.
this crappy CG effects.
Well, actually, if you look at Del Toro, he actually does some of that stuff, like with
Oh, I
Hellboy.
know.
Oh yeah, but the
Oh,
thing is,
I know.
not as original as that one was. That was a lot of work and a lot of effort. I mean,
Yeah, it was.
it was something that was before its time. Like I said, this is I guess it's like always a complaint about a lot of movies. There's not much originality anymore. There's not. There's
At the
always go ahead.
at the very end of the movie, though, you actually notice there's a deleted scene where the last monster comes out. They actually did a claymation of the monster, but I guess it's a deleted scene. I would just wonder why they actually did that for some reason.
They do that because of they want to kind of like give the ratings and hopefully gives it like holy shit type of thing, but it doesn't work
Yeah.
that way.
The only other movie that strangely reminds me of The Thing is Jacob's Ladder. That movie is just so messed up.
It was kind of a really creepy movie. See, this is why I can't always love about the classics. I mean, I even go into the very, 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 very go back to the classics. I go from Vincent Price to the original 1968 Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
They had that element that they didn't have, never been seen before. And
The realism where like the value of the like I forgot what the term was where the human eye can determine what's real and what's not, and you look at that and it's like, is that real? You just want to say no, but it's actually happening.
right. I tell you, it's truly amazing how people actually how much horror has come by the imagination of the people. The dark, like I love how Vincent Price said it. I sometimes feel that I am the voice of the dark subconscious of the whole human race. And that actually creeps the heck out of me because I think about it, it's like, with Vincent Price, as many movies, horror movies he has done, and that voice and that laugh, it literally basically sends a chill down your bones and your spine.
Right down to the marrow. Yeah, you don't get that much of that idea where instead of doing cheap theatrics, you actually get the head spinning and thinking,
Right.
and literally getting mind fucked by something like out of this plane. And you're like, what the hell did I just happen? Ugh, it was just like rape.
But yeah. So, anyways, for the most part, I mean, jeez, me Christmas. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about all the horror flicks I've ever seen in my whole entire life, and there's been a lot of creepy movies. I think one of the movies actually the horror movies that stuck in my mind for the most part was pretty much Arachnophobia, and that was originally the start of my fear for spiders.
This actually reminds me of one time. When I was sleeping in the
Ooh, I
morning,
got the chills.
my sister, she was about to take a shower, right? But before she did, I heard the most blood-curdling scream ever, and it just woke me up, like, just in the middle of a dream. Like, I knew that was actually happening in real life. That wasn't a dream. And I got up immediately and went to the shower, and there's actually a little small tarantula, like, in the bathtub. And, like, first instincts go to everyone's head is just roll up a newspaper and just smack it, but I actually literally picked it up and just left it on top of a rock. It was an adorable little thing. It reminds me of a jumping spiders with their huge eyes.
Oh, don't even.
And the amazing thing is, I think it might have been. I'm not sure if they had that same factor with like little snakes and little scorpions, where they have no control of how much venom they put into like a bite. So that might have been not the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, a lot of people seems to have that type of effect with spiders.
Yeah.
But I still get a kick out of it. The most part, like, oh yeah, kill it as much as you can. Kill it with fire, and all of a sudden that whole entire scene, yeah,
Get there.
yeah, it just literally it catches on flame and everything, and it screams and leaps at you. It's like that's like the creepiest thing. Like, even though you thought you killed it, it's still running around. You're like, fuck.
No.
Just like
I'll tell you this much. I went camping once. We threw a log on the fire. I didn't know there was a little gray spider on it. All I heard was this.
See, there goes the chills up my spine. God damn it!
Actually, it reminds me of that one scene where, like, you see the head come off of the thing.
I'm
All of a sudden, the legs, the appendages come out of the head, and the eyeballs begin to grow out.
gonna have nightmares now because you fuckers.
And then, like, at a moment, like, nobody noticed the head crawling around from the background. After that, like, and the funny thing is, the one who noticed the head was the person who was infected. And oh god, just like lit the flamethrower all over. You can hear like the sound effects of like the moaning of like the pain that it made. Just the sound effects that the monster made was just amazing.
Yeah. And it probably was that sound effect was also the same ones that are pretty much used for a lot of video games.
Yeah.
I mean, if you actually check out something like the Duke Nukem and whatnot. Let's see. Oh.
When it comes to horror movies,
What the heck?
for me,
I'm not even paying attention to the screen right now. I'm actually looking away and I'm getting messages. Oh.
but let's put it this way: for me, the movie that I'm actually terrified of isn't actually a horror movie. I cannot sit down and watch the original Jurassic Park.
The wait, original as in claymation or original as in
the
like
first Jurassic Park movie?
Yeah, the very first one.
Okay, is it because of the Velociraptors?
No, actually, it's not. It's because of the freaking T-Rex.
I can understand that. That thing was just like I like that they used an animatronic for that too. It wasn't always completely CGI. When the head pops into like the sunroof.
Oh yeah.
And that was just like I just can't imagine how tough it would be to just press against that glass with the T-Rex just like trying to bite down on you. Just like I just thought it was stupid that the girl turned on the flashlight right in front of the dinosaur's eye. I was like, really?
Let's turn the flashlight. Let's make some sudden movement.
Oh god, the part that pisses me off is when the guy almost distracted the T-Rex from the whole entire mess. And
then you had Jeff Goldblum just popping out outwards as if trying to be like the fucking hero. I was like, the T-Rex is already taking the bait. Why the fuck are you still chasing? What the fuck are you thinking? This is why I want to get on a show and actually slap it across the face. It's like, no, you do not do that.
The rules.
Yeah, that and there is one. I think Gonzo did make it back online.
I got it.
Okay. Yes, there's one show that Gonzo likes. I can't even sit through the first episode of.
Goody. I'll be mentioning about that.
Yeah.
Just to see how you're squirm in misery. Oh no, not really.
Jeez,
It's
I can see where the attention's going right now. I'm actually checking the chat, and Nightflower has been getting a lot of attention.
Well,
it's okay.
And we went back up to 22 viewers at least.
Yeah, that's only 22 viewers, just as Nightflower just came in, so it's okay.
Let's see how this is the only kind of horror that I was able to get a hold of that I liked. It's called High School of the Dead.
Here we go again. I thought we weren't going to mention that around Dawn.
Well, he needs to hear about it at least. That way he.
Screw you.
Well, fine. Leave the call. I'm just kidding. But anyways,
Or you can just mute us for now.
well, actually, I'm going to move on to other themes right now because we're running. We're
I'll bring that up later when Dawn isn't on call.
well, he works for us. What are you talking about? He keeps an eye on the stream for us. So, yeah, he's our tech support. And you know what? How about this, Dawn? I don't know how to say your name. Is it Static?
Oh, it's not Static. Actually, funny enough, Gonzo actually got the name right the first time, and you actually made the mistakes a couple of people actually made before.
Oh, I said Stalk?
Yeah, you got it
So
right
Stalk.
the first time.
Stalk.
Yes.
Okay,
Actually,
so Stalk, you and Dawn take your conversation to another room, and basically you trade out the information out there, and we'll bring you back a little bit later.
Sure thing.
Okay,
That works for me.
Thanks for stopping on by.
Anything. Good night.
Good night. Yeah, we're still back here with us. And basically, Gonzo, do you think we should bring Nightflower? Because remember, that collab's coming up here pretty quick. And I told Nightflower we were actually going to mention about it.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, we better.
Nightflower, I'm going to bring you online because we're going to talk about the collab. And I know it's a crucial deal that needs to be talked about. So hold on real tight. Hold on to your britches, and we're going to bring you on. Oh, come on, Nightflower. We were supposed to talk about the collab. Oh,
Can't talk. It's
well, at least type it out.
All right. Sorry, can't talk. It's 1:13 and I'm already pushing it.
Just type it out, and we'll just mention it to them. All right.
Let me read it out loud. I'm already
Yeah.
pushing it by burning some DVDs from my dad.
So hold on real tight, folks, because he actually has an important announcement. So.
Oh, yes. I want to go back to campus. Why can't he go back early?
Yeah, because he's spending time with his family. Then again, it could be his roommate. Again.
Ugh, the annoying ass roommate.
Always had to leave when his girlfriend comes on by, I swear. We need to get Nightflower.
Sunday dorms are open. Well, tomorrow we can be able to talk to him, at least without worrying about him. All right. Anyway, for the collab, time is running out. This Friday, this coming Friday, is the due date. For collaboration pictures for our banner, for the banner. I added that bit to it.
Yeah, probably. That's okay.
There is one
condition.
If I don't get enough,
about 150 pictures. The whole thing is terminated. What is the number that you're up to right now?
Be faster if it'll go here.
He said, give him a moment. He's actually checking it out. Folks, if you're wondering what's going on, we'll explain a little bit. The collab is basically for BronyCon. Basically, basically all the Tumblr OCs that basically do drawings and whatnot, and it helps to support him through all this way. That pretty much is why he's... Two reasons why he's famous. One, his art. Two, the friends he's had kind of be with. And, yeah, that he's basically been supported all this way through. I'm not saying we've been spoon feeding him or anything like that, but he's a good artist. His art's getting better. If you don't believe it, go to Nightflower, ask Nightflower at tumblr.com and check out some of his artwork. You can see how far along it's coming. It's actually increasing even more. So keep an eye on things. Keep an eye on what's going on. If you have an OC pony you want to be part of the collab, if you're on the list, please, I'm begging you, please. Turn your pictures in for the collab. Right?
He's got 35 submissions.
We need a lot more. We need a lot more for this collab to work, people. Or basically it'll be terminated. And that'd be a sad day. I don't want to see a sad day. I'm already having a good day as it is. I don't want to see a sad day. So if you're on the list, get a move on it. Get it as soon as possible. Remember, Friday is the due date. No last minute crap, okay? I don't want to see that. I know I'm sounding lecturing right now, but it's because I'm pretty much the oldest one I think around here right now.
There'll be a collab. There'll be a list for all who came aboard and who has already submitted something. I'll be posting. It's already posted on the live stream. The one in green has already been submitted or has been drawn out already. This has been tossed up at least weeks ago, maybe a month or so.
Well, it has been, but it's been going on for about a month, and I'm surprised how people are not taking this seriously. I mean, we're all bronies here, and people should know that this is a very important event. This is something that needs to be. What the hell?
Who's putting up swastikas?
All right, that deserves a ban right there. I do not want that in my chat room whatsoever.
That's a sick idea.
It is a very sick one.
Great, now he's spamming it up. Better hurry.
Oh, don't worry, he'll be banned forever.
There we go.
Is
We
he-
don't need any racists. We don't need any racists in here. Or any sort of... Yeah.
So he's been banned already? Oh yeah.
Yeah, banned and all the messages have been cleared.
Good.
We apologize for that. Sometimes people have sick ideas. Let's see. Hey, Gonzo. Yeah, what of it, Evil Estia? The green text. Green text were pretty much what was already submitted or drawn out.
In other words, it's already been turned in.
Yes.
Green is turned in, black is not.
All right, and basically we need 115 other ponies, and that would be a miracle in itself. Oh, great, Nick and Barry 1777.
Okay. You got their attention. So you got his attention, so start asking questions.
All right, Nick and Barry, what was it you want?
No.
When's your new one coming in Tumblr? Or yeah, I thought I had it planned out for a Tumblr dub, but I haven't. Seems to be one request after another, and people asking me to dub this and dub that, and I keep telling them I'm right now only restricting to so many OCs, like only a few OCs, and I'm sticking to the main 6 and the main cast of My Little Pony.
Indeed. It's okay. I mean, right now we just had a little stress part right there, so it's okay. But yeah, like I said, mid-February, that when it started. Now it's at late March, so basically it's been about almost over a month now. So we need to get those collabs in, those pictures in, so we actually make the collaboration. And like I said before, it should not have been taking this long to actually get so many, get this many this far. So if you got one, if you're on the list, do it. That's all part about what signing up for and doing certain deals. Like I said, none of that. One of the rules is none of that generated stuff that you see online. It has to be original art. It cannot be the other stuff. That's a rule. That's a rule that actually Nightflower had made it very clear about. So if you're on there, do it. Get it done with. So then Nightflower doesn't have to stress over about if he's missing anyone. Save him the trouble. There, no, might get a tasty treat out of it. Makes tasty cookie. I like cookies. Don't you like cookies, Gonzo? I said you like cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like cookies too. Especially the nice chewy chocolate chip ones. Chocolate chip. Anyways, getting back to our show here. Geez, how far are we into the show already?
It's 1:22 on my end.
Wow. Getting late for all your Eastern ponies. I'm here in California. It's only 10:22. It's good to live on the Pacific Standard Time. But still, the fact still remains. We still got quite a few people in the chat room. Anything we haven't touched on yet? that we need to touch on? I mean, shoot, we got Dawn some great help. That's what I love about these certain people is actually willing to help out as a fellow Brony.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, we've been actually so far. Our show has been really great. I mean, do you remember? I mean, first we get that one prodigy kid from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that kid was great. And then we get Elamar, which is another great person. And we get this one, and we get some great fans. We get a bunch of great people.
Should night flowers stream?
I don't know. That depends on your thing.
When he gets back to his dorm.
You should. I would suggest, yeah, you should do that if you want to get your collabs out there because for my people, and also take care of some of the artwork that you may need to take care of for like for the other people you're actually drawing for. That might help you in the long run. Um, oh great, he's back again.
What's wrong? God damn it.
Yeah, he's at it again.
You better, yeah.
Alright. I'm already taking care of it.
It's still going. What the hell?
Hang on. Working on it.
Thank God. Mr. Nightmare?
Huh? Oop.
You banned Mr. Nightmare.
Sorry. That didn't mean to happen. Sorry about that, Mr. Nightmare.
Yeah. If anybody knows Mr. Nightmare, tell him we're sorry. We made him a little mistake.
Yeah, it was going by so fast. I was trying to take care of it.
Oh, he's back on. Oh, cool. We're sorry about that, Mr. Nightmare. Yeah.
It was the other person we're trying to get rid of. Oh wait, no wonder why. My tech person took care of it. Thank you, tech person.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that to you.
Thanks, Don.
You always try to stay on top of things. That's why we love you, man. Hold on, I got a little something message here. I gotta check this out real quick. All right.
Do I gotta hack a bitch? No. You don't have to, General.
Nope.
You don't have to.
Anyways, is your friend still on? I can't think of his...
Malmared?
Yeah, because I promised something. So.
He's offline. Sorry.
All right, we'll have to bring him back later. You don't get another chance. Me. I don't know. Gonzo, you feel like you're still going on doing this, or you feel a little tired?
I can go on. I still got some soda left over, and I was wanting to discuss My School of the Dead. That way, since Dawn is out of there, and sorry, hang on. Okay. Our friend on here, Evil Estia, who goes by I can't pronounce his name, and I'm not gonna try to. He's gonna suggest that we still keep an eye on this chat. The Nazi guy, he's probably gonna use another browser to hack us, to like go in and
We could try, but we'll still kick him out.
Francois, thank you. Yeah. Thanks, totally. Anyways, I might as well continue on with High School of the Dead. If you want to take a break, you can go right ahead because it'll be a while.
Yeah, let's take a quick little break, and we'll be right back after a short little musical break.
I was going to suggest you go on a break, and I was,
Sure. Actually, let's do that. You go ahead. You go on a little thing. So I'm going to be probably going to keep an eye on the chat here for a little bit.
Okay. I'm just gonna discuss what goes on in the show and my videos on it. And
okay.
Oh yeah, someone tossed out the question. No, I do not know about High School of the Dead season 2. So it's fuzzy. Hell, I don't think they're even gonna complete the manga. Anyways, High School of the Dead is one of those rare zombie animes that is probably going to be out there that's legitimately zombie. It basically surrounds this kid named Takashi Komuro who was having a terrible day as it is. I mean, he has this childhood friend who he knows for quite a long time named Rei Miyamoto. Dump him for a cute guy. To make the day even worse, this weird zombie outbreak decided to reach their school and has infected the school in a very rapid rate. So basically, he had to, excuse me. Basically, he, Ray, and this unfortunate boyfriend of hers has to go all the way up to the rooftop and just trying to hold out as long as they can while help arrive. However, the boyfriend dies, and well, yeah, he then has to go downstairs so that he can escape. While he was down there, he ended up encountering 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 3 other students and a nurse, and a hot nurse too. They decided to escape the school together with a bunch of other students, and they try. And the story, basically, the anime goes: this group here, 4 girls and 2 guys trying to survive out in this zombie-ridden world. Now, this anime here is not only a zombie, it's also edgy because the girls are busty. And I mean busty. I mean, the nurse is so hot, you wish she was your school nurse, too. And the reason why they're busty is because the artist behind the original manga originally did H. Dojins. And I've seen some of the work. You got your Takashi Komuro, who was the main guy in all this. You got Rei Miyamoto, who was his ex-girlfriend, who was trying to reattach herself to her. She will be a brunette with a ponytail, basically very, very clingy. Then you got the smartest genius in the school. Damn it, my brain froze up on her. God damn it. Give me a friggin' minute. Damn it. I froze up. But there's this one girl there, the genius of the school. She wears 2 pigtails, pink hair, and for the most of the series she'd be wearing glasses. I think her last name. Give me a minute to roll up the wiki. I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I've seen it. Oh, I'm just brain dead. Give me a minute. Oh, anyways, the other girl. Let's see the name. Damn it! I hate it when I fuck up. Please excuse me. Saya Takagi. Thank you, Wikipedia. Saya Takagi. Boasty brainiac, yeah, and all that. Then you also got Saiko Bushijima. She is the Kendo Club president. Great swordswoman. Hottest girl ever. I mean, when you see her...
Wing boners.
Yeah, when you see her in action, in the series, episode 9 specifically, you will just instantly fall in love with her. Honest to God, she is very, very skilled. You would love her, mean spirit. She can handle a sword like it's second nature to her.
Kind of like me. If you guys wondering about what I just meant by that, I actually do sword choreography for a class I do, and actually yes
I've seen your works too.
Yeah, I do a pretty good job, and a lot of the choreography, but we do it a lot faster, with real swords, mind you. Real swords on stage, It's very, 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 very dangerous.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay. Next, you got Kota Hirano. He's a very geeky kid when you first see him. However, though, when you hear about his little past, he was militarily trained to handle any sort of gun. It's scary when you know that the high school nerd can handle a gun. You're wondering how come he hasn't recreated Columbine yet. Seeing as how he was constantly called fat and pretty much socially awkward. Then you got the hottest nurse you'll ever see, Shizuka Marakawa. The complete, utter, stereotypical blonde. You're wondering why she's a school nurse. Big boobs, long blonde hair, klutzy, forgetful. Well, except on at least 2 occasions where she went OOC, and 3 in the manga if you count that. But just overall, typically blonde.
Oh, look at that boner! Oh, boy, yoing.
They later on added to this main cast this little girl named Alice Marisato. She's a cute little kid when you see her. Very cute. Maroon colored hair. She'd be hanging around a little dog named Zeke, which will probably be named differently in English dubbing. I can't remember for the life of me. I'm sorry. Just plainly cute. And up until until chapter 29 of the manga, and it stopped there. These guys are trying their hardest to find their families, see if they're all right in a zombie apocalypse, and just trying to live.
Sound like they're trying to do an anime version of The Walking Dead.
But it was before The Walking Dead ever.
Yeah, I know.
TV. Yeah, you got your zombies, you got your kills, you got the guns, you got the boobs, and there's even an original video, an original animated video, unrelated, of a beach episode, in a sense, which is basically the girls and sadly the guys in swimsuits. You'll be mostly focused on the girls, because they are the eye candy. Even Alice is cute in her little swimsuit. No lolly.
This doll.
Yep.
Anyway, we forgot one little thing about our show. The one crucial thing we're going to reveal.
What will that be?
The winner of the Stallion Gonzo.
I was hoping you were ready for that when I was done. We only have a few entries that were sent to me.
Send them all to me.
Via Skype, and also on my Tumblr page. I posted some of the ones that I have received.
Gonzo
might have gotten a hold of them.
Yeah, I gotta get a hold of many of them. You just send them off to me, and I'll.
I'm just gonna try to remember where all I put them, because
take your time.
I do know you might have Dawn's rendition.
Oh yeah, I do. That one's I had that one hands down.
Tempting as it may, but I like to keep my options open. I'm sending this one to, wrong thing. Give me a minute. No, that's not it. Wrong thing. Freak. Here's one by the Mailmare Derpy, or Rastalin. I'm sending them over.
Okay.
I try to locate this. Damn, it's gonna take me a long ass while, because I keep forgetting where I always put my shit. Oh, forgive me, Celestia. I'm just a messed up Brony.
Gotcha.
Not now. Let me wallow in whatever ponies are supposed to be wallowing in.
What you mean bronies? It's a waller in.
Um,
I just want to wallow in whatever Brody's supposed to wallow in. Does ponies wallow in pity? Oh, I don't even know. I'm so pathetic. What should we do? Panic? That's your answer for everything.
All right, now it's gonna take me a while to go ahead, so he'll be downloading while you're dealing with that. I'm gonna locate some of the shit that I've been submitted. Well, some of the other shit that's I'm not saying they're shit, but it's uncategorized, and I wish I would have added tags so that I can locate them easily.
Let's take a look at this one you just sent me. Holy crap. Are you seeing this, folks? That looks like Gonzo, alright.
Yeah, but sadly, I have red hair.
Still, it still looked good. Huh.
Might as well just toss this in there because might as well just toss this one in here. My friend just decided to toss this. I don't care. She just drew me in with her because some of you people have watched my dubs, and I feature Venom Melon a lot because she does some great voices. The weirdest. She started her own Tumblr. She drew her pony persona quite well, and for some odd reason, one of the questions she received was if we were dating. How many people? How many people are just looking at this screen, going, "What the fuck? Are they really serious?" Yes, I'm serious that they asked such a thing. No, we're not really dating. She lives out in the same state that Mean Spirit's in. I'm here in Indiana. There's just no way we could, honestly.
No, like I said, haters gonna hate. What about my mic?
Is it too loud? Same state, but we're in different states, Jen. Oh.
But anyways, for the most part, that's I still like the other one kind of better. Let me go back to that one real quick. That is still a very interesting picture.
Give me a minute. I'm still locating. Digging through mine.
Well, let's take a look at Dawn's drawing on this.
Yeah, while I'm sending yous to others.
Yeah. You're both about to show up here pretty quick because it's getting late for a lot of ponies out there. I hear them going to sleep. This is the one that Dawn drew. As you can see, anime. Which is another great one. Another great drawing of his. Now we'll be able to see more like it.
I'm gonna do a popcorn. You don't need. I can't talk. Well, okay. At least you can hear us. At least, and in real time. That's all I got. Really. Crap.
Hmm.
Why'd you put wrestling in the call?
I think that little thing's kind of confused around here. Oh, welcome back.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. We're actually looking at some of the artwork. I think yours is pretty darn good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Only one minor problem though, but it's not that major. I mean,
It's actually perfect as it is. I don't want to know what you're
oh,
talking.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the red hair thing?
Get that though, at least.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had no idea.
Slap in the back of the head.
You're alright though.
Negatory.
See, this is why I call myself Derpy. 'Cause I forget these
I
things.
just don't know what went wrong.
Just don't know
Oh
what
well.
wrong.
Major epicness.
But I had fun doing it. It was completely...
Yes, it was. I'm actually glad you came back.
Oh, well. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, I actually have a special somebody who may want to talk to you, and she was actually interviewed.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm going to add her to the call.
Alrighty.
Hello, Brandy. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hello.
I have a special somebody who wants to talk to you.
Hmm?
You remember Male Mayor Derpy?
Yeah.
He's in the call.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
All right. How are you?
I'm good. Currently doing something as we speak.
Very cool. Very cool. What you doing?
Well, I had developed this alien race deal, and I'm doing requests, turning their sonas into that alien race.
Very cool. Very
It's
cool.
pretty legit.
So, yeah, that's. I'm actually quite excited because things are starting to pick up a little bit. And I know Brandy. I remember you told me once before you're a fan of Male Mayor Derpy.
Yeah. I really love his art,
Aw, thank you.
especially the style that you put them in. It's really nice. I've actually liked every one of your pictures.
Oh, well, I'm honored that you like my stuff.
So Male Mayor Derpy, you saw some of the artwork that Brandy's done. What do you think of hers?
Quite impressive, especially with the lack of equipment needed.
Yeah.
I mean, I could never draw anything like that with a mouse.
Very cool. Wow, this is because now you have a person who actually does really great art with the pen and whatnot, and have one that actually don't use a mouse. Two great artists in the same room right now. This is considered to be really epic.
Yeah, well, I'm more of an underground artist myself. I'm not exactly like out there like LMR.
Well, your art works really well. I actually really enjoy it myself because it's something that shoot. I've seen a lot of great art and whatnot, and the thing is, every art has its own particular, style, and that's what makes it so special. That little spark that makes it its own.
10 years into making.
Well, who ever thought that Leonardo da Vinci could actually do so well? Michelangelo, And if you want me to really get into it, I could talk about the other turtles as well.
Oh, well.
Yes,
I
I
don't
do.
know if I could put myself in the same league as those awesome people.
Well, the thing is, they didn't become awesome like overnight. They took some time, took some effort, and trial and error, and they got to where they need to be.
Oh boy, let me tell you, it's the story of my life right there.
Yeah, and that's basically what artwork is all about. It's basically what you guys are doing right now. It's your art's going to grow if you continue it and be passionate about it, and then soon it'll turn out to be really, really, really great art. I mean, another great example, Night Flowers, another great example of art. And if you look at his first artwork, very simple, very, very primitive. Then it grew
Some artwork for him recently.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah, it was very recent. I saw that one.
Yeah, I had some fun doing that.
Oh, it was. I quite liked it myself. I think a lot of ponies did. Here I go. Start blushing and whatnot in a second. I'm trying to embarrass myself in the process, but not not to make a long story short. But the interesting deal about her art and your guys' art, it shows that how far we were willing to come along when we first began from just sketching on a piece of paper and a pencil to basically to technology we have these days.
Yeah.
So, but also I also want you two to be here for Ashley to help us out, to actually help us choose the artwork that's going to be chosen for being his actual Gonzo's Tumblr, new Tumblr avatar. So.
Oh.
Yeah, my standard Tumblr pony.
So this should be a very interesting thing. Let me take a look at what we have. I'm actually looking into it. See,
I only have only a few, sadly.
Where do we put it at?
I don't know if I can choose for him, dude. I mean, I did draw one of them after all.
Yeah, but you still were part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, even Dawn was even a part of it as well. Like the one you see on everybody's seeing right there, that's Dawn's. This is another one that we saw.
This is pretty badass.
And this is yours right here. As it fixes up, there we go. And the other two, have I downloaded them already? Let's see. Let me open the file right now. Did it open up?
Two were submitted to me through a guy on DeviantArt who also has his own Tumblr.
Oh, really?
They were drawn out and it was pictured because he has no scanner.
Ah, I see.
Let me open this one individually. Let's see. Let's check what this one looks like. Got that one there. And hand drawn.
Pretty swag.
Swag. And we have this one right here. This is the Ponyfy version, mind you. Not that bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, not that bad at all. I actually like them both. So, how do we have this voted, Gonzo? Barry, this is your pony.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, which one do you like the best?
I at least have premium membership, which means I could put up a poll on the DeviantArt.
You're letting everyone else choose for you?
At least try to see what all looks good and whatnot. I'm having a hard time deciding.
I know that feel, bro.
This will be the stallion that she'll cherish.
Or at least temporary until I decided I'm just going to stick with a female.
Oh, God.
Which one do you think represents you the best?
Well, yours did to a T.
Let's take a look at that one more time, folks. There it is. Gonzo. The pony. The anthro pony. Yeah, I actually like it so much. I want my character looks like something like that a little bit.
I have to go with that, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually the top two. I'm going to tell you the top two. I have to say in my book. That one and the one that Dawn did was another great one.
Well, it is up to you.
I mean,
the floor.
Take a look at this. Here, take a look at that one again. What do you think? What do you think, folks? That one or that one? On. There it is. Folks, let's hear it. Which one do you like the most? Let me try this one again. Let's see, one.
So exciting.
Number one or number two? So let's hear it, folks. One or two. I see a vote for one. I see number one. Number one. I see here's one for two. I see 4 for one. More for one. Wow. Yeah, I know, it's like an eye examination.
That's what I was thinking too.
So I see 5 votes for 1 and 1 for 2. So remember, the one for number 1 is this one. Actually, I'm going to clear the chat, and I'm going to try this one more time. Let's see. See, this is number 1. This is number 2. I'm going to clear the chat. And when I clear the chat, then just put your numbers in, all right? In 3, 2, 1. Wow. It's a race. It's tied. It's a tie so far. Oh, no. What? Tie again.
It's still a tie.
And only one vote, please. One vote.
We have a tiebreaker.
Oh, jeez. We actually have a tie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one can represent your human self, and the other can represent your pony self.
2 with a question mark. Ha! Wow. Okay, so far, it looks like 2's in the lead.
Let's see. Just now finished.
What do you got? I mean, Gonzo, what do you say? Since it's like pretty much a tie, do you want to use both?
I guess so.
We got one's pretty much 25, the other one's is humified with a horn. So
Why not?
Yeah.
so be it, ladies and gentlemen. I give you Mailman Derpy and Dusk. Sorry.
Woo!
So yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh wow. Dusk even votes for yours.
Does a lol count?
Yeah, lol.
It counts as laugh out loud. I'm funny.
Yeah. What do you think, Brandy? You think it's pretty fair enough? I keep them both.
Yeah.
I also want to thank everybody who actually participated in this contest, who's actually listening right now. So, appreciate you putting your, allowing that to, let it go through and whatnot. But I will say the time is getting late right now, and I would like to try and close up here pretty quick. Am I forgetting anything, Gonzo?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything I'd like to cover, and you did too.
Yeah. Well, remember, we do this every other week. So if you guys, are, want to, join us next week, we'll probably have something new, something exciting going on. Well, hopefully, but everything's actually went pretty good. Everything's without a hitch. I got another text message. My sister's annoying me. It's St. Patrick's Day, and everybody wants to wonder where I'm at because I'm usually the live of the party, and I'm not a party person. So, anyways, I want to thank everybody that actually came here on the show. I want to, eventually thank my staff. I want to thank all of my guests here and everything. So if actually, Mailman Derpy, I want to keep you around for a short minute after the show because I pretty much for the information for if you want to make my deal, I'll give you the information for that, and I got a couple pictures that may help you out. So
Okay.
all right. Well, I'm going to end it with our ending song, and we'll be, like I said, I already posted up the deal, and you can review our old shows on my channel. So thanks for stopping on by, everyone. I hope you have a very good night.
Bye bye.
Viva la revolution.
Nice.
And overlay. All right.